All right. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins taking on the Edmonton Oilers, and Pittsburgh already kicking a field goal in this one. A chance for the Oilers in front of the net, not able to connect. But we are here and ready to roll. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Nice to see all you here. Thank you guys for your patience. The church, we were recording the message for this week because otherwise we would not be able to do anything on Sunday, because if they cancel church due to snow, there's a small problem. So thank you guys for your patience. But we are here and ready to roll. The Pens putting up 3 goals in the first 3 minutes of this one. That is absolutely bonkers, brother. Absolutely freaking bonkers. The Penguins are not messing around here. So over on the far side, 15-13 to go. Top of the zone, the Oilers with a chance down low. Going to go back into the far corner. Ivany with the puck. Over to the far side, back down low again. Going to be taken back by the Oilers off of Isaac Howard. Back in behind the net to the far corner again. Working with it, going to be Frederick. How's it going, Dad? We got a field goal. 3-0 in the first 3 minutes. Over to the far side, or over to the near side, sorry. Racing it in. I don't know who scored. How's it 3-0? The Pens got 3 goals in the first 3 minutes. We'll take a look at the goals whenever we have a chance here, but Kulak and the Pens are going to be offside. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at who got those goals real quick. I know Anthony Mantha finally got on the score sheet again with a goal. Let me go over to the Gamecast. You enjoy this? I think I'm good right now, bro. I think I'm good. I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm good right now. Crosby. Mantha has 2. Mantha has a chance at a trick. Mantha got the first goal at 2. Bro, the Penguins scored. The Penguins scored 3 times. The Penguins scored 3 times in 30 seconds, give or take. Goal at 2:20 by Anthony Mantha, assisted by Brazeau and Clifton. Goal at 2:42 by Anthony Mantha, assisted by Brazeau and Kulak. Goal at 2:55, Sidney Crosby, assisted by Shea and St. Ivany. That was crazy, bro. How's it going, Justin? How you doing, man? Over to the near side, the Pens trying to move it out of the defensive end. They will to the far side, and the best part is it's Jari in net. So we'll take it. Over to the near side, back onto the corner down low. Brian Russ trying to get there. Or it's actually Novak, my bad, but goes over to the near side, over to the far. Going to be moved up by the Oilers through center ice. Up on into the offensive end, passing across. Going to be taken right back by the Penguins. Back in behind the net to the near side. That's Kulak. Kulak working with that puck. Moving it behind the net over to the far side, trying to create some space. 37 seconds. Close enough. Close enough. Still, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So here we go. Over to the near side, saying please start. What do you mean please start? Aren't we live? We should be live. We should be good. But moving it up, the Oilers up and into the offensive end. Over to the near side, pass intercepted. Going to be moved out by Wotherspoon. Taken right back in by the Oilers on the far side. Down into the corner, back in behind the net. Getting there is going to be Jack Roslovic. And over to the far side, going to be cleared out by the Penguins. Through center ice, over to the near side. No icing. Going to be taken there by number 96 on the Oilers, Jake Wallman. Wing-to-wing pass back on over to Wallman. Both teams going for changes. Over to the far side again, going to hit Bouchard, Bushy boy. But the Pens have a chance, 3-on-1 in the zone. And trying to pass it in, shot going to be deflected. Over to the top of the zone, gonna keep it in, never mind, gonna get cleared out. Working with that puck to the top of the zone, Ryan Shea with that puck, up on into the offensive end of the near side to Dewar. Dewar looking for some help, gonna send it behind the net to the far side, gonna be taken out by, that's gonna be Regula, I believe. Regula over to the far side, moving it into that offensive end, a chance into the corner. And the Oilers over to the near side, that's over to McDavid, a pass in front, shot gonna be denied by Shelovs. Beautiful play. Over to the top of the zone. That's going to be Bouchard to the near side, down low. In front of the net. Shot going to be redirected by Shelovs. Top of the zone again. Moving it around that far side. Going to be McDavid. Going to lose control of it. A big take back by the Penguins. Going to be moved back by McDavid. Cleared back by the Penguins. And it's going to be Bouchard taking it back in the defensive end. Looking for somewhere to go. Gonna pass it up along that near side into the offensive end. Go the Oilers. Flipping it into the corner. A chase down low. Battling for that puck along that corner. Gonna be taken back by Edmonton. To the top of the zone they go. Off the stick of Emberson. Over to the far side. Back up to the top of the zone. Shot. Not gonna go. And a puck goes out of play. How's it going, John? How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? Man. How you feeling? Feeling better. I think we're going to be trying to settle into a new normal where I'm not going to be super killing on the throat, because I think that's kind of what got me into this situation to begin with. But I'm overall feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Can't really be complaining when the Pens are up 3-0 in the first 2:57, you know? So, you know, doing all right. Let's take a look at the fantasy team tonight. There's the fantasy. That's good. Always good, man. Always good, bro. Bro, David Pastrnak, 5 fantasy points, 5.7, 2 power play points, 2 assists, 1 goal. Crosby with 2.1 already. Geeky with 3.5. They got 3 goals in 37 seconds, John. 3 goals in 37 seconds. 2 by Mantha, 1 by Crosby. So, I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, is Bob not starting tonight for the... he's not. Well, I have no goalie tonight to be worried about. And my opponent has Hellebuck, so if the Panthers win, which they should, then I should be able to gain some extra points off of that. The only thing is my opponent has Hurdle, who has 4 points, and Eichel with 3.9, but overall, I'm feeling pretty good. All right. So we are ready to roll. Back here in Edmonton, welcoming back Stuart Skinner and Kulakar. The Sabres game, there is. I did see the message, Justin. Unfortunately, I could not cover the Sabres game because I was involved with the church function. We were involved with trying to record a sermon. It's normally Thursdays are for rehearsal anyway, but also we were trying to, you know, get a recording in place just in the event that we cannot meet on Sunday in person because of the snow. Because there's a decent chance we get like 18 inches. There's like a decent chance we get over a foot of snow, potentially up to 18 plus, which would be kind of crazy. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL. The Bruins up 4-2 on the Knights with 7:32 to go in the third. The Sabres up 3-2 over the Canadiens, 6:29 to go in the third. The Blackhawks up 3-2 over the Hurricanes with 5:40 to go in the third. The Blue Jackets up 1-0 on the Stars with 5:10 to go in the third. The Senators up 2-0 over the Predators with 9:22 to go in the second. And the Panthers and Jets tied at nothing, 5:28 to go in the second. Over to the near side, puck gonna get cleared out of the Pens defensive end. And over to the far side they go. They're projected way more snow than mine. Yeah, they're saying it could be, the conservative forecasts are 6 inches for the Pittsburgh area, but it could go up to 12 plus and potentially areas of 13 to 18 plus inches. So over to the near side, the Pens out of the defensive end. You got the lucky 7 line out there trying to connect with Crosby, I believe it is. Or it was actually Brian Rust, my bad. Anyway, over to the far side, and nice stop by Sheloves. Both of these projected a lot, but they always get a lot. It depends on where you're at. Coastal Northeast, not really. Coastal Northeast, not really, because you have the things to play of the Appalachians. You have the Atlantic Ocean, that you need to deal with as well. So it's a little bit tough in that area. It's a little bit hit or miss. But interior Northeast, Buffalo, Syracuse, the Adirondacks, up on into Vermont, New Hampshire, northern Maine, up in the Erie area, Cleveland area, absolutely. The Boston and New York area, that's a tough corridor, because a lot of times they'll get rain on big snow events because of the warm ocean waters of the Atlantic Ocean. So that's the other tough thing, is that they get all that ocean heat coming off. But here come the Oilers back out of the defensive end to the near side, going to be taken back by the Penguins off the stick of Gino. Back on over to Novak, back to Gino into the offensive end, not going to quite go. And that puck going to get dumped on in by the Penguins over to the near side. Going to be taken there off of the stick of the Oilers, off of Emberson to the near side, moving it up through the center ice area into the offensive end for Edmonton. And that was going to be off the stick of Leon Draisaitl. Over to the near side corner, taken back by Tommy Novak behind the net, trying to create some room. To the far side he goes, passing up. And going to be back up into the offensive end. Can the Pens maintain it? Gino over to the near side to Parker Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon, top of the zone. Across down over to the near side. Could not hit Chinakhov cleanly. And here come the Oilers going up the other way. And moving on into the offensive end, Leon Draisaitl not able to maintain it. Chinakhov able to flip it out of the zone and allow Ben Kindle to give chase to the far side, but can be taken back by the Oilers. Into the offensive end they go, off the stick of Isaac Howard, taken back by Shea. The Penguins are playing impeccable defense right now. Over to the near side, behind the net, that's going to be Jack St. Ivany with the puck. Man, you're the live stream YouTube that I always watch. Well, I appreciate it, man. I really do. I really do. And at the next commercial, we are going to have an announcement, but a shot going to go up into the air by the Penguins over to the near side. Ryan Shea, top of the zone. Wing to Jack St. Ivany. Working on down over to the area in front of the goalie, Jari, going to be frozen. But yeah, we do have an announcement I'm going to be making regarding live streams and regarding a new project I have been working on for the last couple weeks. It is finally coming together, and it looks like we're going to our first commercial, so it's a perfect time to talk about it. Arkansas, Nashville, Kentucky, Virginia, Northern Mississippi are areas that are they're going to be getting all the ice. They're going to be getting potentially half an inch to an inch plus of ice, which is, it's deadly. It is actually deadly because of lost power. No, it's not an ad. It's not an ad. Trust me, Petsko. I have been working on another project because what I want to do is whenever I do these streams, right, with the games, they can be a bit more taxing on the voice because it's like, he scores and all that, you know, that kind of stuff. I love doing it, but I'm realizing it is actually hurting my throat. Not that I don't want to do this, but absolutely, it's all in moderation. So unfortunately, streams on this channel are going to be going from about 10 a week, you guys saw it in the streaming schedule, to about, you know, somewhere between 6 to 8, 5 to 7, somewhere in that range of streams per week. But that does not mean I'm not going to be streaming as much. I am going to be doing another channel. I'm going to be releasing sending the link tomorrow for that in a community post, so make sure you guys keep an eye out on that. But I am starting a secondary channel where I'm going to be doing some Pokemon challenges, some gaming challenges, mostly Pokemon challenges. So if you guys just enjoy hanging out with me, you know, it's a great place to go over and do that. Talk whatever. Talk sports, talk Pokemon, talk gaming, whatever. That is going to be available to you guys. If you guys can find it, feel free to sub, but a link will be posted tomorrow in a community post. It is going to be Jason's Realm Gaming, using that blackout logo we used for a brief time when the Steelers were in the playoffs. Yes, sir, we're going to be doing some Pokemon. In fact, the first challenge I'm going to be doing is a Pokemon Y randomizer Nuzlocke. And we're going to be doing our first stream tomorrow night. Late tomorrow night, maybe around like 10 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, we're going to be doing a Pokemon Y randomizer Nuzlocke as the first challenge on that channel. The best? Oh, absolutely, man. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, Justin. So yeah, we're going to be, let's see, Sabres and Pitt. Let's go, Buffalo and Pitt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Justin. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that for sure. Because it's something that I want to do. I want to be able to have another way to scratch that streaming itch without being so aggressive on the vocal cords. So I've been putting in the work on it. I got things together. I made some layouts. To get 1,000 subs, you have to get the Pirate Parrot cut out. Bro, we'll use that with the ad revenue. We'll use the ad revenue to get that. So back in behind the net to the near side, the Pens trying to take that puck away down low in the offensive end. Along the near side, Brazeau, top of the zone to Shea. Shea, wing to St. Ivany, sending it down low to Brazeau. Brazeau looking for some help down low over to the far side. Going to be taken back and kicked out by the Oilers. And the Pens are going on a power play because of delay a game on the Oilers. Bro, are we going to go 4-0? Are we going to go 4-0? That's going to be Spencer Stastny, actually, going for interference. People's up and like, yes, sir, Justin. Yes, sir. Justin speaking facts over there. Go pack them now. I don't know that I'm going to be buying packs, but we're going to be doing some of the video games. I grew up on, the first Pokemon game I ever got was Pokemon Y, so it's my game that I love to go back to. So we're going to be starting with that on the new channel. The top of the zone, that's going to be over to the near side. Is that Karlsson? Erik Karlsson's back in. Back in over to the near side, behind the net. Raquel trying to work with it. Over to Gino on the far side. And working it around. Not able to go over to the near side. Trying to connect again. Gonna go back over to Malkin. A chance in front. Shot. Gonna be a nice save by Jari. Nice kick save. And here come the Oilers 2-on-1 into the offensive end. A chance over across in front. Not able to connect on the pass to Nugent Hopkins along the far side. And we got a stoppage. We're going 4-on-4 now. Son of a gun. Crosby getting 2 for slashing. Son of a gun. You get W. Jason. He is risking his vocal cords for entertainment. Well, that's also why I want to start up that second channel, so I can still stream a lot without doing these games that are going to kill the vocal cords a lot. So that's why we're doing that second channel as well. It's another avenue of doing that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We got a little bit of 4-on-4 time though. Get a megaphone. Oh man, I don't got that kind of money. Although I do think I have a bullhorn somewhere. I think I have a megaphone somewhere. Thought that as part of my senior project. Bro, it's not about the money. It's not about the money, bro. I love doing this. You know, if the channel eventually blows up and it becomes something I get to sustain myself with as a job, I'd love it. I absolutely would love it. But it's not gonna be my main source of income because it's not about the money. I really love doing it. I like money. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's not about the money, bro. And thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, bro. So here we go. 4-on-4 near side in the Oilers offensive end. Edmonton gonna come away with the draw top of the zone. That's Darnell Nurse. Over to the near side, down low behind the net, wrapping it around off of the stick there of number 92, going to be Karlsson. Backing around behind the net, Erik Karlsson able to take it out and moving it through center. Can he move it into the offensive end? A chance pass over to Malkin. Here comes your chance to the near side, Ryan Shea. Shea with a chance, a shot. Nice deflection by Jari. Over to the near side, Edmonton going to move it out the other way. And here comes your 2-on-1 chance. Into the offensive end, passing across, can be deflected by Shea. Nice job deflecting the pass from Wallman. Over to the far side, over to the near, trying to hit Kulak, taken by Malkin. Over to the far side, the Penguins go. 45 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Over to the center ice area to the offensive end goes Tommy Novak. Down onto the far side boards. Top of the zone, Shea. Shot gonna go wide. Over to the area in front of the net. Taken back by the Oilers and kicked up the other way. Going to be played by Shilovs. Going to send it over to the near side to St. Ivany. Along that area to the near side. 4-on-4 time. Still got 22 seconds to go on that. Over to the near side. Up through the center ice area. Here comes Brian Rust. Working around. Down low in front of the net. Shot. Not able to go. Bodies collide. Puck go to the top of the zone. 10 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Over to Kulak. Passing over. A chance down low. That's Novak. Leaving it there. A chance. St. Ivany getting down low. Can he get a clean shot? No. Over to the far side, 4-on-4 going to expire. And here we go. We got a chance. That's going to be 4-on-3 into the zone. Down low, not able to maintain it is going to be Matthias Ekholm. Shot from the corner. Excuse me, shot from the corner, not going to go. Along that far side, down low, 15 seconds of power play time. Cross ice pass, not able to connect with Draisaitl. That's going to be Bouchard. Top of the zone, wing-to-wing pass. Now, let's see. Just on the leg. I appreciate it, Vaughn. I appreciate it. And a chance in front. Nice deflection there by Shilovs. Over to the far side it goes. St. Ivany ends up on the ice. Over to the near side. Working with it on a pass attempt. Back up to the top of the zone. Shot. Going to go wide. And that puck is going to get cleared out of the zone. And both teams are going to hit full strength. And we got a whistle now. Jack St. Ivany hurt on the bench. He took a big shot. He took a big shot there. Everyone coming over like, yeah, bro, you're good. You're good, bro. Let's see. And you know, I appreciate you, Petsko. I really do. Remember, SpongeBob got sold for 62 cents in pocket lint. That is true. That do be true, Onion. Oh, man. But yeah, we will see. Kick their butts, Pitts. Yes, sir. Jack St. Ivany's going to be done for a while. He is... Oh, he needs a lot of help going down that tunnel. That is not a good sign for the Penguins. That does not bode well. But a near side neutral zone draw will be won by the Penguins. Wotherspoon to the far side, over to Clifton, I believe it is. Or is that Kulak? Either way, over to the near side they go, moving it through the center ice area to the offensive end. The Oilers in the offensive end, near side, down low, not able to control it, taken back by the Penguins. Up along the near side boards, but if there's one place the Penguins cannot take another injury, it is in the defense. They just now are getting Karlsson back. They are without Tanger still. And now if you lose St. Ivany, that is a big loss. You're just depth pieces. A chance, a shot by Lazat, not able to go. Over to the far side, top of the zone again. It's going to be Clifton with a shot, not able to go. Along the near side, Wotherspoon going to keep it in the zone, down low behind the area for Dewar to the far side. The Oilers take it back. Along the boards, over to the near side again. Getting ready to move it out. Looking for some room, 5:25 in, rolling to go in the period. over to the near side, moving it up through center into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Down low over the far side. Nice kick away. That going to be Stanley on the chance, but taken back by the Pens over to the near side. Working with it, going to be Shea. Dumping it up into the offensive end. He goes around the far side boards. Taken back by the Penguins. Top of the zone around that far side. Trying to send it around. Down low over towards Raquel. Not able to connect, but Shea keeps it in the zone. Wing-to-wing pass over to that far side. Down low. Back up top of the zone. Shea to the near side. Shot by Raquel. Not going to make it to the net. Along the near side, top of the zone. Going to be kept in by Shea again. Down low behind the net. Past Crosby. And going to be taken out by the Oilers. Now a chance into the offensive end. Gino passing back to Crosby. Crosby wing-to-wing. Chance by Raquel. Shot. Not going to go. Loose behind the net. And the Pens are going to lose control of it. Over to the far side. Here come the Edmonton Oilers. Up on into the offensive end to McDavid on the near side. Top of the zone. Leaving it over to Bouchard. Bouchard around that far side. Trying to find somewhere to go. Nice defense by Kulak to take that or wrestle that puck free. That puck gets cleared out to the near side. 4:14 to go in the first. Over to the near side. Here come the Oilers. McDavid losing control of that puck to Kindle. Wing to wing. Can he connect? No. Going to be taken back on into the offensive end off the stick of Adam Erik. And now going to be intercepted by the Penguins. Over to the near side they go. Along the neutral zone around center ice can be moved back by the Penguins into the offensive end, but they cannot control it. Taken back by Edmonton to the far side on a wing to wing. Moving it up now into the offensive end. Back and behind. Clifton able to take it away of the defensive end. Over to the far side. Back again. A chance in front. Wrestled away by the Penguins. Off of the stick and Novak. Going to clear it out of the zone. Right back for Edmonton to take it back. Over to the near side. Bouchard. Passing it over. Going to connect with Nugent Hopkins. Over to Bouchard. Back up along the near side boards again. Up on into the offensive end for Edmonton. Going to be taken back by Parker Wotherspoon. Over to Connor Clifton. Clifton with that puck. Looking for some help. Not going to get much as the puck's going to be tied up in the corner. McDavid in there as well. Puck gets re-tied up in the corner. Going to send along the far side boards. Top of the zone. Over to the near side to Emberson. Wing-to-wing pass. Over to Ekholm. A chance, a shot. Nice save by Shelovs. And Wotherspoon taking a piece out of McDavid there a little bit after the play. But the Pens still up 3-0. That's what we call a win. That is what we call a win. Okay. But how are we doing, everybody? How are we feeling tonight? How are we feeling about this one, bro? Let's see. But yeah, I am excited though to announce that channel. I'm looking forward to the first stream on that channel tomorrow. That secondary channel. It's gonna be awesome. Be awesome, bro. I did it before with a friend and we tried to over push it. And that's why we kind of fell off it. How's it going, Tromboner? No, Joe's game is close. Luckily they have Boswell put them up by 3. Yes. But Tromboner, how's it going, bro? Just to let you know as well, since you weren't around when I made the initial announcement, there's going to be a post tomorrow on the community tab and in the Discord server. If you're not in the Discord server, I recommend you join it down in the description. But yeah, what I would say is we got a new channel coming into the fold. It's going to be a gaming challenge channell. So, you know, we're going to be starting with some Pokemon. Probably going to be doing a lot of Pokemon. We're going to be starting a Pokemon Y Randomizer Nuzlocke tomorrow on that channel, late tomorrow night, but tomorrow night nonetheless. So, link to the channel will be sent out tomorrow whenever I make the formal announcement. But, we're going to start mentioning it tonight. You know, get people warmed up to the idea. It'll be a fun little side project to allow me to scratch that streaming itch while also not killing my voice with the hockey game stream. Because hockey, and I don't know if John's still here, but the hockey streams do tend to take more out of me in terms of the voice than other streams, just because there's a lot of talking. There's a lot of talking, and if I'm keeping that energy too high, straining my voice too much, it does tend to put more strain. But I absolutely love it. Okay. You go ahead and do a couple things, yeah? Okay. Taking a look at Brett Kulak. Let's see. Okay, John, good. You're still here. Good to see you here. But yeah, the hockey streams do tend to take a bit more out of the voice than the other streams, just by nature of how much action there is. So, let's see. Did you see Tom Grassie's newest scripted video? I did not. Watching just nothing to say right now. I get it, John. But I appreciate you, Onion. I appreciate you doing some studying for your German class while you're here. I appreciate the watch time, bro. And just the engagement and the interaction. But down low, back in behind the net. Going to be taken by Shea over to the far side. Can he control it? No. Going to be moved out by the Penguins, but Edmonton taking it right back along the far side. Boards over to the near side they go. Into the offensive end along the near side. Trying to send it back down low. They will, but intercepted by the Penguins. Cleared out by Shea. And Lizotte going to be taken down. Over to that far side. Into the offensive end, 2-on-1 shot, not gonna go. A beautiful chance by Novak, and the puck goes out of play. Damn, is Thunder playing right now? Nah. Oh, bro. But yeah, Draisaitl is German. He is German. That do be true. Leon Draisaitl. All right. But we shall see. Let me go ahead and move this over here. Okay, so here we go. Ends with an offensive zone draw. It's going to be won by Edmonton into the near corner down low. You got the Crosby, Raquel, Rust line out there. Tied up. Raquel going to be tied up big time with Stastny. Emberson with Rust. And along that near side, Crosby in there going to be taken away by the Oilers over to the far side. Through center they go. Up on into the offensive end. Going to send it around the net of Shelovs to the near side where the Edmonton Oilers going to take it right back. But the Penguins wrestling it away. Connor Clifton over to the near side. Puck goes loose. Taken back. If it's, let's see, now it's going to go loose. Where it's going to be taken back by the Oilers at center by Ty Emberson. Wing-to-wing pass. Over to the far side. They go into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Around that far side. And down low on a little handoff in front of the net. Not able to go. Nice defensive play by Brian Rust. Going to be taken out by Kulak. And dumping it up on into the offensive end. But it's going to be a Penguins icing. You ready for this snowstorm or doom? Abso-frickin-lutely, brother. Abso-frickin-lutely. Where's my terrible towel? Give us all the snow. Give us all the snow. Let's freaking go. Snow. We're talking 6 to 12 inches with pockets in the area going 13 to 18 plus, which is crazy. We haven't seen that kind of snow since I think like the 2011 season or whatever it was. It's been like over 10 years. About 15 years actually. But over to the top of the zone, Bouchard sending it down low in the offensive end. Going to be taking McDavid to Bouchard. Shot. Going to get redirected by Rust. Into the corner, over to the far side. Back in front, chance. And the Penguins able to use sticks to keep that puck from going towards Shelovs. Over to the top of the zone to the far side again. McDavid around the near side. Not going to maintain it, but McDavid gets it right back down low again. That's going to be Draisaitl, top of the zone. Bouchard. Bouchard with that puck over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl moving that puck around down low again. McDavid over to Draisaitl in front of the near side shot. Nice job by Shelovs to get in front of that shot. Now Brian Rust able to flip it up. 45 seconds to go in the first period. And going to be taken back by the Oilers off the stick of Spencer Stastny. Along that far side. And over into the offensive end. Going to be taking the Oilers to the near side. Bouchard, wing-to-wing shot. Not going to make it there. Nice job by Chinikov to deflect that. And the Pens are going to take it back. Here comes your chance. Malkin to Chinikov. Chinikov on a semi-breakaway down low. Not able to get a clean shot. A pass in front. Shot not going to go again. And the Oilers going to clear the zone. A chance on the other end for a breakaway. Nice poked away by the Penguins. What a save by Artur Shelovs. That is a save that's going to be played for years to come. Wow. They wave off almost every Hyman goal. Bro, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was an end-to-end kind of play right there. Man, there was a chance at maybe a slash on the Oilers there, but man, on the opposite end. Beautiful chance by Hyman. And that puck sits. Let me take a look here. Yeah, no, that's a save. Is it? Oh, it is. The puck never fully crossed the line. That's no goal. Wow. Wow. Bro, I must stop spamming the same message. I like message, but stop spamming, bro. It's not Trump. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But over to the far side, the Oilers fans wanting a board, not going to get it, or a cross check. And the first period's going to come to a close. Clifton, everybody ganging up there. Everybody's ganging up on Mangiapane after that. Don't know what words were said, but everybody ganging up on Mangiapane. Wotherspoon really getting in there, throwing a stick around. As he is really getting into it with Mangiapane. It was really those two that got into it at the beginning, but the first period does come to a close. We'll see if we get any penalties out of that. I don't think we do, though. Yeah, but how's it going, Mike Edmonton? Or Mick Edmonton? Mike Edmonton? How's it going, bro? I know you're going into hostile territory, but we accept all fans here, bro. We accept all fans. Also, nobody said anything last night about the new set piece. Did y'all just, like, not notice the new set piece? There's a brand new set piece from, like, I just put it up yesterday. First one to notice it gets a round of applause. Let's see who notices it. I'm curious. I'm curious who's gonna notice it. If y'all been paying attention, you'll know. You'll know something behind me is a little different. Oh, man. It is pretty much right behind me, too. But if you guys are enjoying the content, man, bro, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the not the regular season. That'll be insane. Before the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Trying to see if we can hit 750 by the end of February, which would be pretty awesome, pretty sweet, pretty sick. Take a look at our little poll in the chat as well over there. We got ourselves 12 votes on the poll, and we are splitting 75% for the Penguins, 25% for the Oilers. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL, the Blackhawks and Canes going to a shootout at 3 apiece. Senators up 3-1 on the Predators at the end of the second. The Panthers getting a first goal, going to go up 1-0 over the Jets at the end of 2. And then the Red Wings and Wild just getting started. The Bruins officially beating the Knights 4-3. The Sabres winning 4-2 over the Canadiens, and the Blue Jackets beating the Stars 1-0. Can you Penguin pack the blue one? You mean this one? You talking this one? I want a confirmation before I tell you if you're right or not. You talking this one? This one? Talking this one? I'll make sure before I say if you're right or wrong. You are correct. That is the new set piece. I had that from years ago. Bro, like there's a local arcade that I used to go to a lot when I was a kid. And like they had at one point those for the Penguins and the Steelers. That's why if you guys have watched any of the videos, I have had the Steeler one in the background. And I brought down the Penguins one for this time of year because we're going to be doing a lot of hockey down here. So, figured it was only fitting to do that. Figured it was kind of fitting to do that, but I like it. I really think it kind of like rounds out the set a little bit. I really think it rounds out the set a lot more. Just having that extra big thing behind me. Man, let's take a look here real quick, though. Yes, sir, Onion. Oh, yeah, I forgot your round of applause. There you go. Oh, man. But taking a look again at the 3 goals this period. Anthony Mantha scoring 2:20 into the first, assisted by Justin Brazeau and Connor Clifton. That was Mantha's 15th on the year, Brazeau's 9th assist, and Clifton's 2nd assist on the year. Then Anthony Mantha gets his 16th goal of the year at 2:42 into the first period, assisted by Justin Brazeau, his 10th, and Brett Kulak, his 5th. And then Sidney Crosby getting his 27th goal of the year at 2:57 into the first period, assisted by Ryan Shea, his 16th assist, and Jack St. Ivany, his 6th assist. Last thing, Jack St. Ivany is really productive for a defensive player. But I do say so myself. He's a quite productive defensive player. I'm liking him a lot more. A lot more than we're seeing him. I'm liking him in that defensive fold. And that's the thing is that right now you're getting players like Ryan Graves, Jack St. Ivany, Connor Clifton, all getting a lot more ice time right now. Purely due to injuries in the defensive core. So hopefully, I don't think we're going to see St. Ivany the rest of this game, but hopefully he's going to be all right. But the Penguins did get Karlsson back today. He has been playing, but they are without... Oh, Ryan Graves on the IR. What? When did Ryan Graves get on the IR? Undisclosed, was placed in the injured reserve on Thursday, 3 hours ago. So without Ryan Graves, you got to call up someone from Wilkes. As we go Flames fans saying, go Oilers, go. I can't agree with that sentiment, but I respect it. I respect it, bro. Man, So Ryan Graves on the IR. He's going to be out for a while. So his expected return is going to be a while from now. He's not going to be back, I think, until after Nancy Kerrigan injury. They didn't specify the nature of Graves' injury, but he's dealing with a lower body issue, according to Michelle Cricchiola of the Penguins official site. Graves has a goal, 8 PIMs, 15 hits, 35 blocks, and 19 outings. Okay, we don't have any other news as to an anticipated return. He was just placed on IR today. Thought Big Bear was hoping to see Mike McCarthy. No. Please, no. If that happens, the Steelers fan reaction to the hiring of Mike McCarthy is going to be one for the ages. It is going to be one for the ages. Just saying. That is going to be one for the ages. It is going to be a complete crash out by the Yinzer version of me. So I bet now you guys want that to happen. After seeing the first one where I did the Steelers season, I bet you guys want that now, don't you? Oh, man. But how's it going, Colin? How you doing, bro? Man, but with Ryan Graves out, who do you put in? What are the pairs tonight? I guess it was Jackson and Ivany paired with Connor Clifton. No, it was Shea and St. Ivany. Wotherspoon, Clifton, then Kulak, Karlsson, I believe were your pairs. Let me double check that. I actually never got a chance to see the actual lines tonight after things were settled. So let me go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Man, so if I go to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, Kulak, Karlsson, Shea, Wotherspoon, St. Ivany, Clifton. But with no St. Ivany, who do the Penguins have? Who do they call up? Let me see. Penguins roster. So your defensive players, I guess Ilya Solovyov is in there. I guess he's kind of like your third, so to speak. They've already got their 2026 opponents. That is true. Everybody knows their opponents. They just don't know when they're going to be playing those opponents. What do the Penguins have as a healthy scratch? Let me see. Where do we see scratches? Penguin, or let's see. NHL. Give me a second here. I'm trying to find this. NHL lines today. Projected lines. Let's see. Who are your scratches for this game for the Penguins? Is Ilya Solovyov? I cannot imagine he is. So who do you have? You don't have Tanger. You don't have Graves. You have Clifton, Karlsson, Kulak, Shea, St. Ivany, Wotherspoon. Those are your only 6 defenders. So you're going to be running very thin. That's the thing I'm concerned about, is that you cannot afford another defensive injury. The Penguins have had way too many of those this year. I'm going to X, see if we have anything on Jack St. Ivany real quick, because that is a big loss for the Penguins if Jack St. Ivany is gone. So let's see. Jack St. Ivany. Let's see. Jack St. Ivany. Do we have any news? Jack St. Ivany, please come back. Let's see. St. Ivany gets injured through the shift. Gets through the shift injured. Something on the right, something right side. Guys grab him home to the bench. Edmonton all over the Penguins, but can't get a shot on net. St. Ivany to the room. No more Super Bowl. Steelers got Super Bowl. Just trust. Trust the Steelers got Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. Do we have any news? St. Ivany sacrificed his body. Big block, but he's in significant pain. Heads to the locker room. Jack St. Ivany had the massive block shot on Evan Bouchard during some PK time for Edmonton. Boys were on the bench, were banging their sticks, and the boards in appreciation. Oilers didn't convert. How's it going, John? How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? I'm not seeing anything on Jack St. Ivany. I am not seeing anything on Jack St. Ivany. So we'll see. I go to latest. You think the Oilers come back? Rob, I think it's certainly possible. The Penguins have had problems, especially in December, with maintaining leads. But I personally don't expect it. Granted, the Oilers did get back into a groove after the first 3 minutes. So that is something for them to build off of. The question is, will they? Will they build off it? Let me take another look at the Jackson Ivany block real quick. Let's see. A puck ends up right on his leg. Ooh. Ooh, that did not look good. He immediately went down right after. Ouch. Ouch. They'll have us tied up. I don't know about that one. Ready for this ice storm? Absolutely, brother. And the best part is we're on the snow shield side. Pittsburgh is on the snow side. So we're talking at least 6 inches, give or take. But if a scenario pops out where we end up on a really snowy side, like there's no warm nose that creeps up towards Pittsburgh, we're talking 6 to 12 inches with pockets of 13 to 18 plus. You guys can't tell I'm a snow lover. I am a total snow lover. Man, Jackson Ivany, bro. He was in heavy pain, but still managing to get through that shift. Trying to keep an eye on what happened to him through that. And then he crashes into the net, eats the ice, gets back up, gets back into the play before giving up the body again. Oh my gosh, you're getting ice in Western North Carolina? Yeah, you're Western North Carolina. You're in the danger zone. You are like legitimately in the danger zone in the second bullseye of ice. Hopefully you guys will be okay. Hopefully you guys will get power. Hopefully you guys will still have power. Oh man, yeah, Jackson Ivany was really getting a lot of help there. Hopefully he's gonna be back. Hopefully he'll be all right. But we have no update on St. Ivany. I don't think he's coming back. So I guess your next case scenario is to call up Dumba? Maybe? Maybe Matt Dumba's your next call up? The next man up mentality? Going of underground lines? Well, hopefully the trees don't come crashing down too hard. Hopefully, I'll be praying for you, bro. I'll be praying for you, for your area, bro. Absolutely. I'll be keeping you in my prayers, keeping your area in my prayers that you guys are not in the danger zone. So, meanwhile, speaking of which, let me take a look at the latest run of the NAM. We're gonna take a little weather detour here while we're talking hockey because I want to see what's going on. But bro, if you guys are enjoying the stream though, drop a like, drop a sub, always appreciated, man. We are trying to hit 1,000 subs before we hit the end of Stanley Cup Finals. So every little bit helps. Let me take a look at the latest run of the NAM and see what snow we're looking like. And you got like a bunch of ice and then wind after that. Yeah, let me see here. First off, freezing rain accumulation. If we're looking western, ooh, that's not what I want to do. If we're looking western North Carolina, it depends. Are you on like the, I don't want to ask specific location, but like, are you on the northwestern, southwestern? Because right now I see like parts of southwestern talking about up to 1.5 inches on the latest NAM run, parts of northwest getting to 1.25 inches, but I'd say you're generally good for about a good 1/4 inch anywhere. Let me take a look where Asheville is. And by the way, I'm not a meteorologist, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Because, you know, I am enthused. Ah, yes. I knew generally where Asheville was. I looked it up and I just found it. So, I mean, I'd say you're good for probably close to about 1/2 inch, according to the NAM. The NAM ST, again. Do we have a rapid refresh run that goes that far out? I don't think we do. I don't believe we do. We don't have an HRRR that goes that far out, do we? We might. Not quite. In about 6 hours, we'll have a NAM. I think that'll get pretty close. If I go to the GEM RDPS, which is I believe the rapid refresh, again, You're talking close to about a half inch, give or take, by the time it's all said and done. GDPS, we have just snow on that one. We'll take a look at that later. The Euro, what do we got on the Euro? Again, we don't got anything there. GFS, we have freezing rain on the GFS. Let me go back into a sector select, the Mid-Atlantic. The GFS has you pinned closer to like 3/4 of an inch. I'd say you're probably good for about half an inch to 3/4, give or take, based off of what I've seen on previous runs as well. The big thing I want to see, though, is total snow. Bro, the GFS is just dropping 16 inches of snow on our head. By the time it's said and done, close to 17. The Euro, 17. GDPS, about 12 inches. Bro, more hockey cards. Bro, much love. You're freaking awesome, man. You're freaking awesome. We're here talking weather in the middle of a hockey intermission, and you're still subscribing, man. Bro, I appreciate you. You're freaking OG, man. They have 25 degrees Celsius in Edmonton with low and -35 tonight. Chilly. It is a bit chilly, ain't it? I've seen over an inch. Some of the models are showing over an inch. Again, based on the recent model run, it looks like you're close to about maybe 3/4 of an inch. Again, take what I say with a grain of salt, because again, I'm not a, degreed meteorologist. I just kind of like am hobby. The RDPS is dropping again about 12 inches. The NAM ST, not quite far enough yet, but the NAM, we have a run on the NAM that goes that far out. And the NAM is dropping 14 inches. So I'd say we're pretty good for 12 inches, bro. Let's freaking go. Let's get it, man. Let's freaking get it. Oh, man. I am excited. Sunday is going to be, like, bro, we're going to be covering the conference championship game while snow watching at the same time. Like, it is going to be amazing. It is going to be freaking amazing. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering the snow. We're going to be having a good day on Sunday. They'll be covering the Pens game against the Canucks as well. With that same thing going, it's going to be awesome. Big old Edmonton. Whoever doesn't have to drive loves the snow. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm going to have to drive. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be having to drive because I am starting a new position. So, a new job, new position. So I am going to have to start driving a lot more than I normally am right now. So don't get me wrong, but I still love the snow. I am still a snow lover, even if I have to drive through it. So, okay. We're getting close to the second period of action here. Man. But again, for those who weren't here earlier, I do have a channel announcement here. We're not going to be taking away from the stream on this channel, but these streams are going to be a little bit less just to help with the voice. But to make up for that, I am going to be doing a secondary channel where we're going to be doing some gaming challenges, about one stream a week, maybe two, depending on how we're feeling. That link will be announced tomorrow, and we'll also be doing our first stream tomorrow as well. Next level cold in Edmonton. My lungs froze last time there. Yeah, bro, that is crazy. That is freaking crazy. But here we go, ready to roll for the second period of action. Let's freaking get it, boys. Okay. Let us see. So we are ready to roll. Here's good to see that we got EK back. EK Karlsson. But here we go. Jack St. Ivany's back. He's back on the bench. Bro's a freaking warrior. Bro can get his leg shot off and numb and he'd still be fighting to see another day. He'd still say, when can I go back to combat? Bro. So the Pens going from left to right and the Oilers from right to left. Here comes Bouchard over the near side. Able to connect along with Ekholm. Back again up through center. Going to be taken by McDavid to the offensive end. Shot going to go wide over to the far side. The Penguins trying to get possession. Crosby over to the near side in the neutral zone. Going to be battled for that puck. Rust able to send it up into the offensive end. Back in behind for Bouchard. Able to send it around that far side. And we'll see here. Moving it up into the neutral zone. Taken right back by the Penguins. Into the offensive end. Down low into the corner. The far side, it's going to be taken back by Bouchard. Over to the far side, up through center. Going to be into the offensive end, and it's going to be offside by Edmonton. Okay. There we go. Taking a look at the incredible speed of McDavid, but into the offensive end, the Oilers going to send it, battling behind the net. Clifton to the near side. Can they connect? Going to be sent around the far side by Karlsson, top of the zone. Was going to be Roslovic over to the near side. Darnell Nurse. Shot going to get wide after being deflected by Shilovs. Malcolm behind the net, over to the far side. Going to be taken right back off of the stick that I believe of Emerson. Back down low to the near side. Going to be flipped up by Novak. Into the neutral zone it goes. Giving chase. Taken back by the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl into the offensive end. Over towards the near side. Towards the Nurse. Deflected by Chinikov. Over towards Kulak. Over to the near side. Going to be sent up from Clifton. Here comes Gino into the offensive end. Looking for some help. Back in behind. Taking it himself. Going to send it around the far side. Looking to connect around the top of the zone. That's going to be from Shea. Breaking his stick and going to be taken back by the Oilers to the near side off the stick of Frederick. Up along the near side boards into the offensive end, taken back by Jack St. Ivany. Back in the fray again after that injury. That injury looked pretty bad too. He was barely able to walk and now he's back playing full of hockey. Into the offensive end, here comes your chance. Mantha not able to fully get a connection pass over to Brazeau. Back over to the far side, there's going to be Stastny with the puck, never mind, taken by Jack St. Ivany, wing to wing, trying to connect, but going to be taken right on back by the Oilers. Up on into the offensive end they go with a chance, a shot, going to get redirected to the near corner down low. Frederick able to send it around to the top of the zone, maintained by Draisaitl, down to Frederick again, around to the far side, and going to get cleared out of the zone. Giving chase, going to be Jake Wallman, no icing. Over back in behind the net. Wallman looking where he's going to go. Going to try and find the best lane for him to move it in. Want to take it over towards the center ice area, clearing it all the way up, and the Pens get possession. Wotherspoon back in behind the net. Cannot connect with Dewar. Going to be intercepted, taken right back by the Penguins. To the near side they go. Up through center to the offensive end. Dewar going to dump it into the corner. Giving chase is going to be Lizotte and Dewar colliding into the boards over to the near side. The Pens trying to take it back with Karlsson. Tied up for that puck in the near side boards near the circle. In the Pens offensive end, going to be taken back by Karlsson. Shot going to go wide over to the far side and going to get cleared out now by the Oilers to the near side. The Penguins trying to get back possession, going to be sent on into the offensive end off of the stick there of Mangiapane. To the far side, Kulak trying to get it from Janmark, wrestling for that puck down low near the corner. Back in behind the net to the near side, Karlsson not able to beat it out, and the stick is broken. And Connor McDavid going to the sin bin. He's going to get 2 minutes for slashing. That's not much, but the stick broke. It's literally stick on stick, but they get called for it because the stick broke. That's crazy because the stick broke, it's automatically called, but that wasn't a whole lot. But he broke the stick of Karlsson. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't really much of a penalty. But they do say because, the refs call it as soon as the stick breaks, they call it. But that's not a penalty. I'm sorry, that is a B. I hope the Penguins don't score on this power play. I hope the Penguins don't. I mean, if they score, whoop-de-doo, but I'm kind of hoping they don't because that's just bad juju. Top of the zone, Karlsson wing to wing over to the center area in the zone. Korkel to the top of the zone, can't connect it. Over to the near side, Karlsson in the neutral zone. I'm the rare Penguins fan saying I don't want to score on this power play because that is a crummy thing to do in the nature of that penalty. But hey, I mean, take advantage if you're going to get it, but I don't like it. Down over to the far side, top of the zone, going to be taken. Shot, Karlsson over to the near side. Crosby shot, and going to get deflected out of play. Yeah, I mean, if it was any other power play, absolutely. Get the frickin' power play goal. But, like, under the circumstances of that was literally just a love tap and the stick broke. I mean, the tap was literally like this. Stick breaks, penalty. You know, arm goes up. Like, bro, that's softer than the NBA saying this is dangerous. You know? So, top of the zone, Crosby down low. Back over to Crosby, top of the zone, over to the far side. Sending it around the near side, Crosby down low again. Top chance, Raquel not able to go, getting it cleared out. Nice job by the Oilers there. Gonna be taken back by Karlsson over to the far, or over to the near side. Malkin into the offensive end he goes, looking for a chance. Not able to get it. Nice defensive effort there between Stanley and Emberson. Puck goes loose over to the near side. The Pens gonna come away with it. Top of the zone, Karlsson. Karlsson gonna go over to that far side, down low, over to the near side. Chance for Malkin, not able to connect. And the Oilers are gonna clear that zone. Back in behind Artur Shilovs. 48 seconds to go on the power play. Now don't get greedy yet, Mike. Don't get greedy. We don't want to give up a shorty on this. A BS penalty where you get no power play goal and no shorthanded goal is a perfectly fair trade. That is a fair trade. Oh no. Oilers with a chance, 3-on-2 into the zone, a chance he scores. He got it. Okay, now I want the Penguins to convert. Now I want the Penguins to convert on this. You guys got your shorty. Now we got to get the power play goal. Oh no, I am dreading this goal horn too. Whenever the score updates, I am dreading the goal horn. I actively despise Edmonton's goal horn. I actively despise it. You're saying Pens will lose this game somehow? Oh no, here it comes. Oh no. Oh, I hate. It's not just because it's Edmonton. This is the worst goal horn in the NHL. I will die on that hill. I'm sorry, Edmonton, but that. No. Why? Why did you do that? No. Go. Get some help. Please. I hate it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jesla. Thank you, Onion. You guys get it. That is the worst goal horn in the NHL. And that puck, words are hard, gonna get cleared out of the zone and going to be taken by the Penguins. Son of a gun, they got a shorthanded goal on that. But if I was a fan, that arena gets rocking during playoffs. It does. It does. Edmonton's the worst horn, Egg. We just heard it. It is awful. I love how ugly our goal horn is. It's a blast inside Rogers. I can imagine, but like that. Like, no. That does not belong in a goal horn. It sounds like I entered Luigi's House of Horrors. You know what I mean? No. What's the best horn? Ooh. You know, I like Anaheim's, but I don't like it for the stream because of potential copyright infringement. But I love the way that it's like that low drone, like that. Boo. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker for the low drones, like the boat horns. The train horns aren't bad, but the boat horns, man, ooh, there's something about them. Something about them. Man, but back in behind the net, the Oilers taking it around the near side. I really, nothing against Edmonton, but I really hope they don't score again because I don't want to hear that horn again. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that. It is, I think Sportsbreak referred to it as the fruitiest goal horn in the NHL. Like, Chicago horn's not bad either. It's not a bad horn. Here we go, Clifton around the near corner in the defensive end, trying to move it up, and the Penguins will. Oilers, yes, it is rough. It is rough. But over to the far side, top of the zone, gonna get cleared out by the Penguins. Taken back by the Oilers on the near side in the defensive end. Moving it up from Emberson into the offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Penguins. Over to the far side they go. Taken back into the neutral zone by Edmonton. Wing to the near side. Moving it into the offensive end. How's it going, Sports Victor? We were just talking about you, bro. Your fruity goal horn just played. Top of the zone. Edmonton going to send it back over to the far side. Taken back by the Penguins. Clearing it up to Brazeau. Over into the offensive end. Going to send it. No, I do not want to hear that goal horn 9 more times. I'm sorry. But a chance in front. Can they connect to the near side? Jack St. Ivany looking for somewhere to go. Sends it down low into the corner. Going to be frozen up by Jari with 11:48 to go in the second period. And top 5 get goal horn: Stars, Predators, Wild, Hurricanes, and Rangers. The Canes got a nice one. I haven't heard the one for the Rangers in a hot minute. Let's play that one. Let's play that one. I got all goal horns here, so let me go ahead and play the Rangers one. I haven't heard it in a hot minute. That is a nice goal horn. That is a train horn done right. That is a train horn done right. Think Dizzle gonna pull the reverse shortly? Oh, we'll see. But hear me out, though. Hear me out. Hear me out. Like that. It's like an ominous drone. Hear me out on that, bro. Hear me out. Like, that's an ominous drone. Imagine being a visiting team going in there and you just hear boom. That is such an ominous drone. It's not like Luigi's House of Horrors, which is Edmonton's goal horn. I mean, come on. We can all agree on one thing. Edmonton's goal horn is Luigi's House of Horrors. It's bad. The Ducks horn is quiet. That is true. It is a very quiet horn. Maybe a better version of that. Oh, who else has a low drone? Carolina is also another one that's pretty quiet, relatively speaking. I mean, Carolina's is another quieter one. But again, it's a pretty solid horn. Another low drone horn. Let's see. Bruins and Oilers. What's the Bruins horn again? Let me play the Bruins horn real quick. I know I've heard it before a lot, but let me get a refresher. You see, this horn is mayhaps the best worst horn. Edmonton has it beat by miles. The Bruins is very short. It's very like silent, but like you're not hearing like I'm sorry, that alone takes Edmonton's horn. You know, every horn is like up here somewhere in this range. Edmonton's down here. Edmonton is down freaking here. So here we go. Yeah, like that. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. What do you expect from Canada? Oh, back in behind the net to the far side. The Oilers going to clear it out. Bruins like it is kind of like a foghorn. It's not in my opinion, it's not a bad horn, but there's like no personality to it. You know what I mean? It sounds like a generic horn. It doesn't have any flair. You know what I mean? Every other horn has some sort of flair to it. Something that makes it stick out as its own. But I can't say that about the horn for the Bruins. It's just a basic bah. New Canada Olympic team is going to dominate. We'll see. Wait, Canucks? We have not covered the Canucks yet this year. Well, I have not heard their goal horn. I heard it once. Let me hear it again. Oh! I feel sick after that. A chance, a shot, denied, and that makes me feel even more sick. Ah! Oh my gosh. Let me write that down here. Let me see. So, we are back and ready to roll. Let me go ahead over here. Man, it's a truck horn. It is. David McKinnon, Crosby celebrating. I mean, it is a very dangerous team. Canada is a very dangerous team. But again, any given team, any given day. Don't forget about that. So, did I play the Edmonton horn again? I forgot what it sounds like. No. You will hear it again, probably. If we get enough demand, we'll play it again. If we get enough demand, we'll play it again. And the Canucks, like literally, yeah, it is awful. The Canucks horn is awful. that is worse than Boston. Like, it has a flair that makes it its own, and that flair takes it down. So I scratch that. Every other horn is here. Vancouver is here. Edmonton is here. Let's see the Sabres horn. I got you. That's a nice horn. That's a nice horn. Here we go, over to the near side, working around the boards. Along the board, still tied up on the Pens offensive end. Gonna be taking Karlsson. Shot gets redirected wide of the net. Over to the area in front of Jarry. Gonna be sent around the near side. Back in behind the net. Taken by St. Ivany to Novak. Novak to the top of the zone. Karlsson across ice. Down low shot. Not gonna go. And over to the far side. Nice save by Jarry. And going to be cleared up into the offensive end. Gonna be played on in there by Nugent Hopkins. Over to the near side. Gonna take that puck around the near side boards towards the top of the zone. Going to be played out by the Penguins. Nice job by Ben Kindle to clear it out, forcing Matthias Ekholm to have to play it pretty aggressively. Over to the near side. Ekholm going to go wing to wing towards the offensive end. Redirects off a stick and going to go wide as she loves. It's actually going to be icing. I thought it went off a stick, but no. Sabres got a good one. Reminds me of Mayday. Exactly. Yeah, it's a pretty solid horn. Oilers have the worst mascot, that is for sure. Oil fan. Like, bro, what is it? Is it like, I saw it on the broadcast. Is it like a freaking like meerkat or like a lynx or something like that? What is it supposed to be? It looks like a lynx or something like that. Why? I'd say a cowboy would be better than a lynx. At least cowboy and oil bucking cowboy. You know what I mean? What's the connection to like a lynx? It is a lynx? Why? Why? Oh man. We're here in Campbell. Yeah. I agree. Hunter is scary. Oh man. So over to the near side. Never seen a lynx in that city. Why? Why is it a freaking lynx? Should be a crackhead. Yes. The Oilers moving it up through the near side, up on into the offensive end. Leon Draisaitl to the top of the zone. Over to the near side, able to connect and a chance. A shot not going to go. Flipped out up over by Kindle to the far side, down low again. That going to be played by Karlsson to the near side, up to the top of the zone. Working with it is going to be Emberson. A chance, a shot from the corner, not able to go from Draisaitl. Still maintaining that puck. Down into the corner, loose over to the near side. Moving it around and going to clear it down back in behind that to the near side. There you go again. Bro, there's that lynx again. I don't like it. We did play it. We did play it, Justin. For Draisaitl over to the near side. Going to connect with Nurse. Down low. Taken by Kulak. And over to the near side. Anthropomorphic Canadian lynx. Introduced in 2016. Named after its original Wild Bill hunter. Bro. Like an oil tycoon guy, like an oil cowboy will be better than that. I like the St. Louis Blues ding for how many goals they got. That is a pretty cool gimmick. And shot, nice save by Artie Boy. Oh, Artie Boy, the pipes are calling. Well, please tell me someone gets that. Please tell me someone gets that reference. Like a little kid in Lanes comes by. Sometimes for afternoon games with the kids. And that is a pretty cool thing. I mean, that's like Icy in the Fort Wayne Comets in the ECHL. Actually, the same system. That's why I'm actually kind of fond of the Oilers. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm pulling for the Penguins 1,000% tonight. But if it's Oilers versus anyone in the Western Conference, except maybe the Blues because of John, I am pulling for Edmonton because I spent a good 4 years out in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I was watching Fort Wayne Comets hockey for about 2 years. So that's a Danny Boy reference. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. But yeah, that's the thing, is that I spent about 2 years watching Comets hockey in person out there, and it's amazing. And the Comets feed into the Condors, which then feed into, obviously, the Oilers. There's horn. Sounds like my dad. Okay, bro, are we literally just going to go through every horn? Are we just going to go through every horn? Here's number 72 to honor the team's founding year. Let's play the Senators horn, and then we'll play the Sabres one again. Butt! They put butt! They put a butt! The Flames have a pretty solid horn. You know what? During the Olympic break, how would we like it if I do like a little, I know I'm going to do a tier list of my playoff predictions as to who I think is going to be cup contenders, you know, playoff, who makes the playoffs, all that fun stuff. How about a goal horns tier list? How about a horns tier list? Here's the Flames. The Flames are a nice one. Also, it plays TNT, Dynamite, TNT, and I'll win the fight. TNT, I'm a power load. TNT, watch me explode. Back in behind the net to the far side, Shea. That might be something I work on during the Olympic break. Might just be something we do. Try a live stream of goal horn tier list. Maybe. I don't know, because I also want to do it more in a video format as much, but the Penguins going to be going on the power play. We have a delayed penalty coming up on Edmonton now. And working with it over to the far side, backing around to the near Raquel. Come on, buddy boy. Come on, Penguins, move it up. There's Gino, whip it through center into the offensive end. A chance, not able to connect. Back in behind. Capitals horn is just a fire truck or somebody blowing their nose. Oh, you forgot. We will. I will play it. I did play it earlier, but I'll play it again here at the next break once we get that penalty call. But never mind. No penalty. The Penguins. He shoots and scores. That's a way to freaking do it. Let's go. Was that Raquel from the point? Hold on. We're going to play it after this Penguins goal horn plays. The Pens taking a 4-1 lead. Now that's how you do a goal horn right, boys and girls. That's how you freaking do a goal horn. Listen to that. Listen to that beauty play. Not going to lie. That might be high ranking just because, you know, that's also the horn that plays whenever we gain a sub as well. Oh, man. But let's see. Let me go ahead and pull up that horn for the Sabres. Nice thing is I have Raquel in fantasy as well. One more time. Here's the Sabres. There's your Sabres. Man, put Stu in, give the Oilers a chance. No, bro, we're dominating this one. Scoring on the man advantage to take that penalty out. Ooh, boy. That is how we freaking do it. That's how we freaking do it, boys. Over to the near corner they go. The Oilers gonna move it up out of the defensive end. Let's go, Pitt. Let's go, Buffalo. Uh-oh, 3-on-3 into the offensive end, into the corner, down low to the far side. Moving it around the board. Top of the zone gets cleared out. The Oilers just cleared themselves out. That is how you do it. Let's take advantage of it. And going to be played up by Jari. We struggled for that puck. That going to be, I believe, it was either Henrique or Hyman. And the Pens taken away to the near side, taken right back by Edmonton. Battling forward at center, and the Pens come away with it to the near side to Erik Karlsson. Up through center. Up on into the offensive horn. And not going to go. Back over to Chinikov. Over to the top of the zone. Shot gets redirected again. Going to move it out the other way to the near side. Here comes your chance, McDavid, passing down to the near side. That going to be taken by Hyman, over to McDavid, top of the zone again. Bouchard with a shot, going to be gloved over to the far side, goes off the glove, not really gloved, and the Pens take it away. Up through center, the Oilers take it back. The Pens goal is probably the middle of everything, in my opinion. I get it. For me, it's going to be a psychological thing, because whenever people sub and we get the notification up there, that's the goal horn that plays, so it's like, you know, positive reinforcement. Bouchard shot, redirect, not able to go. Nice deflection there by the Penguins. That's going to be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins battling for that puck with Kulak. And going to be taken across at the top of the zone now. That's over to McDavid. Nice job. Here comes your chance. Gino on a breakaway. He's taking it in down low. He shoots and scores! Evgeny Malkin! From the long arm of the law. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. Yes, sir. The jig is up. The news is out. They finally found him. The renegade who had it made, Evgeny Malkin. Let's go. Face off won by the Penguins. Over to the far side. They take it. Favorite goal song? If we're talking like favorite goal song is like its own song, I gotta say TNT is probably a pretty solid one. TNT, I'm dynamite. TNT, and I'll win the fight. TNT, I'm a power load. TNT, watch me explode. And a chance in front, nice save by Artie Boy. And we got a little bit of extracurricular being broken out as who got ripped out? Ryan Shea rips out Mangiapane, and then he's trying to get away. Lazard's like, no, you don't. Let's go. Man, for me, it's gotta be the Bruins Sharks old song, or Rangers. People call Tage Thompson TNT. TNT, I'm dynamite. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Yeah, Edmonton really is kind of blowing it. I mean, or Blackhawks. What's? Oh my gosh. Da 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 da. Isn't it that one? I could be wrong, but isn't it that one like that? Da 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 da. I haven't listened to the full horn. I had to cut out the horn so that we didn't have the goal horn song because of copyright, obviously. I can't just start playing TNT on the stream because, you know, AC/DC will claim it. Oh, man. Oh, man, we are having a lot of fun, though. I'm having a lot of fun, bro. Much love to all of you guys, honestly. You guys are making my night. Otherwise, I'd be here just talking hockey, but you guys out in the chat, you guys are all freaking awesome. Take a moment to give yourself a round of applause, man. You guys are freaking awesome. You guys are making my night. Chelsea Grit or something? Yeah, whatever it is, yeah. Chelsea Daggers. Oh, man. Yeah, much love to Allians, honestly, because you guys are making this night incredible. Okay, let's see. Claps, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Rachel, you're freaking awesome, Rachel. Much love. Much love. Freaking get it. Oh, man, let's take a look. Do we have any other updates from around the rest of the NHL? Well, we have a second. The Blackhawks, speaking of them, winning in a shootout 4-3 over the Carolina Hurricanes. I guess Grandma ain't getting around on her hurricane anymore. Oh, man, Senators and Preds all tied up at 3 with 2:18 to go in regulation. And the Panthers Jets, 3:37 to go in overtime, tied at 1. Red Wings and Wild tied at 1 at the end of 1. Obviously, we're here, 4:57 to go. Pens up 5-1 in the second period. I'm Canucks and that Blackhawks goal song can kick rocks. Oh, man. So, over to the near side, the Oilers moving it up with Leon Draisaitl. How's it going, John? How's it going, bro? Back in behind the net, over to the near side. Jack St. Ivany trying to poke it away. Chance in front, gonna be redirected on the shot. Back around the near side, top of the zone. Maintaining it, Wallman sending it back in behind the net to the far side. Back across to the near. Around the near side boards, Draisaitl, top of the zone. Shot, gonna get redirected. Nice deflection, nice block, giving up the body. Over to the near side, back in behind the net, moving it up, clearing it up. But still in the offensive end. Wallman, shot gonna be redirected by Shelovs. And now the Penguins are gonna take it out of the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. Out up along the boards, but the Oilers take it back in the defensive end. 09-2011 big rivalry. Yeah, well, with the Sedin brothers, absolutely. And that was the time when the Blackhawks were like incredible. You see, I don't know as much hockey from back then, but I do know that the Sedin brothers are pretty solid. Vancouver had pretty solid goaltending as well. Didn't they have Lundqvist at the time as well? Henrik Lundqvist, back in that time. Or was it the other guy I'm thinking of? There's like 2 goalies I'm thinking of, and I can't remember the name of the other guy. Well, yes, Luongo. That's who it was. I couldn't remember the name of the other guy because Lundqvist was a longtime Ranger. Luongo was the Canucks guy. Yes. There's Jason Sr. Dad's up. He's probably going to bed. He's probably relaxing in bed. He went out to bowling, so he's had a long night. But Lundqvist is pretty chill, though. He is pretty chill. And that puck gets cleared out of the zone, and the Pens are going to the sin bin. 2 minutes delay game. Oopsie poopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Bro, my Penguins players are combining for big ones tonight. I bowl also. Yeah, bro, I bowl too. We were talking about bowling the other day too. On Tuesday or on yesterday, we were talking about bowling. So yeah, it was Ben Kindle, by the way, for the delay game. Good times, nothing to show for it. Yeah, the Blackhawks unfortunately got all of it then. But yeah, last night or Tuesday, I actually bowled my first 700 series in like 5 or 6 years. That's cool. I actually used to bowl for high school myself. I used to bowl for the high school team, and I bowled college too. I bowled collegiate for 3 of my 4 years at college. Then my senior year came in, the head coach, it was a head coaching change. The new coach was kind of playing favorites. So I'm like, you know, I don't got to deal with that my senior year, and I didn't. I said, you know what? I'm going to just bowl in a league and just have fun. Over to the near side, Nugent Hopkins, down low, top of the zone again. Shot from Bouchard, going to go wide over to the near side. My average, I believe, was a 183 going into yesterday. But now, of course, that's going to be shooting up because I shot a 702. Going into Tuesday, I was a 183, but I shot a 702, so that's going to go up a couple pins. Probably close to a 185, 186. But the Penguins, short-handy opportunity, shot. Not going to go, trying to get it back, not able to control it. But yeah, I mean, we were just taking a look at the score the other day at my games. I can show it again at the end of the second if you guys want. I can flip the scores back up. That's only 105. Hey, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Bouchard shot, not gonna go, and a nice save by Artie boy. It's an Artie party tonight, boys. Let's frickin' go. 109 to go on the power play. But yeah, I got images of it, and actually, my bowling alley, they still use manual scorekeeping. No, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we got a far side draw in a roll. And here we go. Gotta get cleared all the way out. Giving chase. It's gonna be Bouchard, Bushy boy. To the far side. Trying to move it around the near side to McDavid. Up on into the offensive end. They're gonna go over to Nugent Hopkins to McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. Wing to wing at the top of the zone. Sending it down low from Bouchard. Trying to connect to Draisaitl to Bouchard up at the top of the zone. Looking for McDavid over to, that's going to be Draisaitl. Draisaitl sending it over to the near side. Going to get redirected and going to be battled along in the near side boards. Going to be taken back by the Oilers. Bouchard to the far side. Down low. Bouchard shot. Going to go a nice little redirect there by the Penguins. Over to the far side. Down along the boards. Moving it in. McDavid to the near side. Draisaitl shot. Going to be redirected again. And the Penguins not able to clear the zone. Nice job by Bouchard to keep it in the zone. Giving up the body for it. McDavid now with the puck. Looking to move it around. All right, locked in for the stream. We're locked in for a little bit. We'll be chatting it up more. We're getting close to the second intermission. So here we go. McDavid not able to maintain it. And the Penguins now are going to be able to move it out. And here comes your chance. Power play expires into the offensive end. Dewar looking for some help. Shot. Not going to go. Taken back Kindle. The Pens have an offensive zone presence. Over to the far side. Going to be taken away by Leon Draisaitl. Up through the center ice area to the near side. Puck gets redirected. A chance at it. Going to be, I believe, Crosby. Down low to the far side. Sends it around the near side to Karlsson at the top of the zone. 40 seconds to go in the period. Karlsson sending it down low. Gino losing it over to the near side. Going to be at the top of the zone. Kept in. Waterspoon down low. Chance shot by Crosby. Going to go wide. Malkin to the far side. And around the near side, going to get cleared out with 25 to go in the period. Here comes Edmonton, dumping it into the offensive end behind the net of Shilovs. Taken back by Karlsson to Waterspoon. Waterspoon along the near side, boards up on into the offensive end. Going to be redirected by Jari. And going to leave it to the far side with 10 to go in the period. Over through center ice to the near side. Trying to get a chance here. Trying to get a goal like they did last period. Not able to go. Shot going to go wide. And that is how this second period is going to come to a close with a score. The Pittsburgh Penguins 5. The Edmonton Oilers 1. 18 total shots on goal for the Pens. 22 for the Oilers. Let's see. I just saw this guy at bowling alley. He had 9 frames with all 9 strikes in a row. In his 10th frame, he got a 9, but then spare. Yeah, the entire alley does clap on that. I do have a 300 under my belt, too. I do have a 300 under my belt. I actually have a 300 ring. So, let me go ahead and pull up my Google Photos again. Yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Let's go to the capture properties. Done. Yeah, this was my bowling on Tuesday. Let's increase the size of this. That was my bowling on Tuesday. That's I scored 280. Mine's only 121. Hey man, you'll get there, bro. I've been bowling for about 11, 12 years, something like that now. How many turkeys pop up for a 300 game? Technically, it's only one turkey because it's a turkey, then a ham bone, 5-pack, 6-pack, 7, 8, you know, yada yada yada. So, good thing you did this last night. Yeah, you know, it was good, Dad. Period. Hold on. What's your prediction for the third? Dad has a prediction for the third.
The Penguins scored goals in the first period.
One goal in the third.
In the second. One goal in the third.
Gosh.
3, 2, 1, gone.
Let's see. You can't see it.
Good on your fantasy then, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Is that better for you guys to be able to see it over there? Oh, we're talking bowling again.
Bowling?
Yeah, we're talking bowling. We got some people that bowl in here, so we talk whatever people want to talk. You know, we spent like half of that second period talking about just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff as we're calling hockey. Jason Sr.'s awake. He is awake, but he's not going to be here for long, are you? The people are asking where Jason Sr. is. he said he's got to get some shut-eye eventually. Yeah, he was watching The Masked Singer with Mom, I think. So, but yeah, that was my 702. 22 strikes across 3 games, which is more impressive when you consider the fact that I only got two strikes on bonus balls across the entire thing. Basically, the second and third. Oh, I don't consistently do this, brother. I don't consistently do this. So. That was kind of the big crowning achievement we had the other day. Oh, I hook it. I always hook it, bro. I always hook. I'm not going to say it. I was about to say it, but I thought about my words and I'm not going to say it. Because I know that's going to come back to haunt me. I also throw backup sometimes, too. Like, if I'm throwing it like a 10 pin, I'll throw it backup. I'll throw like a little bloop and back that ball up. Back that ball up. Oh, man, let's see. Do we got any other updates? Let's see. Miami head coach ball. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Take a look if we have any other news. Bro, this PA Weather Plus LLC is saying update 1.5 from 3 hours ago. They're talking 16 to 22 inches. Bro, that ain't happening. Ball storm. I throw a couple of storm balls. I throw some roto grip. I got a roto grip or what was it? Who owns the gem? Where's the gem? Is it I think it's roto grip. Yeah. So I that 700 I threw with the roto grip gem. A beautiful ball. Incredible bowling ball. But I'll throw pretty much anything. I'm not loyal to any one brand in particular. You know, I have a preference to Storm and Roto Grip over Hammer, but I mean, if I'm given a hammer ball, I'll throw a hammer ball. You know, I'll throw just about anything you put in my hands. In fact, back in the day, I was a motive guy. Whenever I first started bowling, I was a motive guy. I threw a Motive Apex Ascent was one of my first balls. So, let us see. Let us see. And Brian Flores agrees to the Vikings extension. I don't know about that. I still like Brian Flores. I still think I like Brian Flores. You know, I'm not opposed to going outside of Flores, but I still like Flores. And that contract is only valid if he does not take a head coaching role somewhere else. He cannot become a defensive coordinator anywhere. So let's say the Steelers are bringing Kris Shula. He can't be a defensive coordinator under Shula. But he can still become a head coach. He can still be a head coach. That's not thrown out the window. So, that is not out of the question. I don't know. Steelers need to go toilet bowl and get a first round pick. Yeah, but I still like Flores as the guy to work through a rebuild. I mean, he's young enough. He's gonna be around a while. Okay, so Bob's spare. Oh boy. But yeah. So every game has gone final now. The Panthers winning it in a shootout. And the Predators winning 5-3 over the Senators. What a comeback. A 4-goal third period to put themselves ahead with the win. Wow. Let's take a look at my fantasy. Still doing pretty solid. Still doing pretty chill. Pretty chill. I mean, the problem is Hellebuck made so many saves. But I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I think I have my opponent, all of his games are final. And I still have Spurgeon from Minnesota. I still have Bouchard, Chinikov, Rust, Raquel, and Crosby. And this one, I also still have Dylan Larkin as well. Let's see. And the Predator should be EDP asking for a cupcake. Oh, no. No. And actually, that should be the Flyers' goal horn, not the Predators. You know, Philly, they suck. But I do get the Predators. It could be both. It could be both. Oh, man. Let's see. We do got some NBA people up in here, so we'll give you guys a little rundown of the games there, since, you know, we haven't done that yet. 2:47 left in the third. The Spurs up 88-86 over the Jazz. The Clippers up 47-39 on the Lakers with 7:40 to go in the second. With 7 minutes to go in the second, the Trailblazers up 50-43 on the Heat. The Hornets beating the Magic today, 124-97. The Sixers beating the Rockets in overtime, 128-122. The Nuggets beating the Wizards, 107-97. The Mavs winning over the Golden State Warriors, 123-115. And the Bulls beating the T-Wolves, 120-115. Man, Gritty just wants a cupcake from you? No. Whalers Horn should... Yes, bro. Imagine if this was the next Amber Alert. Like, just imagine if whenever an Amber Alert would happen, your horn would, or your phone would just do this. That would get people's attention. That would get people's attention. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Turn it off. Oh my gosh. So we gotta take a look at our goals this period. Jake Wallman getting a shorthanded goal, assisted by Matthias Janmark. That was Wallman's 4th of the season. Janmark's 7th assist. Then Ricard Raquel. See, I would watch the NBA if Pittsburgh had a team, but what would the team name be? I don't know. Yeah, I'm a Pens fan, but how are they wiping Edmonton? Yeah, like, bro, the problem is Edmonton is not consistent. Edmonton is still not strung together 2 straight wins. Let me verify that. I've heard that rumor going around. Let me just verify that real quick. They have finally strung together 2 straight wins. Finally. A couple times. But I go to the schedule. They have not strung together. They've strung 2 together a few times. But they have not strung together more than 2 straight wins. At all this season. So that's the other problem, is that they just have not been able to put together long streaks of winning. And the Penguins are getting it together. Do we have a team name after the rivers or bridges? Maybe. No, I don't know what a Pittsburgh basketball team name would be. I don't know. Couldn't be the pit. Yeah, no, that sounds stupid. Something just came to mind. Pittsburgh Riverboats, but that sounds stupid. Don't it? Pittsburgh Riverboats basketball? That's not happening. Ugh. But, again, just taking a look at our goal scorers as well. Rickard Rakell getting his 9th goal of the season, assisted by Evgeny Malkin, his 27th, and Rust, his 21st. And then Evgeny Malkin getting an unassisted goal at 14:27 into the second period, and that was our last goal we have seen. So, but yeah, I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind, but I don't know how I feel about that. Pittsburgh Riverboats. I don't know. It doesn't really vibe. You know what I mean? It doesn't pass the vibe check. Let's see. Let me take a look at something over. All right. He knows in Jari's head. I can see it, Bisbee. I can see it, bro. He is absolutely. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let us see. Again, just taking a look on X. We have some time. Let us see. Okay. What news do we have to share? Oh no, someone doing a hear me out thing. Oh no. Oh no. Trying to change up Jari's padding. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. Let's see. If it wasn't for our abysmal overtime record, we'd be out, bro. Yeah, and I think part of the problem is, though, is the Penguins had about a month where they were saying, who cares if we give up 5 goals? We'll just score 6 goals. They weren't playing any defense. So when you're not playing defense and you're forcing your goalie to face against, let's say, 5 odd man rushes a game, 2 breakaways, 3 prolonged 3 to 5 minute attacks, or 2-minute attacks, sustained. The goalie's only going to be so good for so long. That's your problem. That is the problem with the Penguins, and they have since addressed that. Now, since they've addressed that, they've been getting battered in the defense. With Karlsson going out for a period of time, now Tanger day to day, Jackson Ivany getting banged up tonight. Thankfully, he's back in the game, but it was a pretty rough injury when we saw it. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing, is that now they're getting thin on the defensive side, but overall, they still are pretty solid. And they're starting to actually play defense, which is incredible. So, what happened to Tanger? It was after the game, not the Calgary game, the game before that. It was after the Seattle game. It came out that he was day to day, and he hasn't played since. I believe it was an upper body. So, we will see. We will see. Like, that's kind of my thought. Let us see. Again, just kind of taking a look here. As we have some time here. It'll be interesting to see how the older guys hold up down the stretch. Malkin, I think Malkin can. He did have his 1 month where he was out, so I think he'll be pretty solid the rest of the way. I think the big question is going to be not necessarily can the old guys stay healthy, but can the young guys rise to the occasion? Can your Jack St. Ivany's, Ryan Shea's, Connor Cliftons, Parker Wotherspoon, Tommy Novak's, Ben Kindles, Igor Chinakovs. Can they all step up? Even Rucker McGroarty and Billy Quivin, and I'll throw their names down in the mix because they might need to get called up for the playoffs as well. Can those guys rise to the occasion is more of my question. And that's something that we'll find out this year. So, we will see. Man. Taking a look here as we have some time. Okay. Let us see. Let us see. Okay, just taking a look as we have some time here at any other news that are coming in. Okay. Let's see. So we're getting ready for the third period here. And we are ready to roll. Supposedly Steelers are interested in Miami head coach Mario Cristobal. I don't know about that. I would rather see an offensive mind, personally. But I'm not opposed to Sheila Haas being an offensive coordinator for Shula. The two have chemistry in their days in with the Rams. Pittsburgh Foundry, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. So we are ready to rumble here in this third period of action. Ugh. So it was kind of surprising to see Artur Shilovs get the start today. To the fourth pivot round, potentially. But I was surprised to see the pipe players. No. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was kind of surprised though when I saw that Stewart was starting yesterday. I thought for sure they would have saved Stu for this game. You know what I mean? But instead, they put Stu last night and put Shilovs tonight, and it's working out. They put a pretty dominant performance against Calgary yesterday. Today, they're absolutely electric. I watched Jari getting smoked the first 3 goals in 30 seconds. It was crazy. Man, also said was it was incredible. But bro, 3 goals in 37 seconds. I was getting set up and I saw the third goal. I'm like, no, stop. Now we're going to be stuck with no goals. That has not been the case. Starting the third period, over to the neutral zone, they go intercepted. Taken back by the Oilers into the offensive end. Going to send it behind Shilovs. Over to the far side. Moving it is Karlsson along the boards. Over to the far side through center. Going to be taken up now. It's going to be off of the stick of Kindle, I believe it is. Or Crosby, my bad. Back in behind the net. Crosby trying to get there. Taken back by the Oilers. Over to the near side. Up through center. Missed it though. I thought it was 9:30 start again. Yeah, no, it was a 9 p.m. start again. It was going to be an icing on the Oilers here, by the way. But yeah, it was a 9 p.m. start today. And we got started, though, about 9:20 tonight because of a church function that went a bit long. So, but we shall see. Looking at the Global Great Send-Off on February 2nd at 7 p.m. Pens Senators. Should be a good one. And here we are, ready to roll. Near side draw. And going to get the boot is going to be Leon Draisaitl. Taking the draw now, going to be number 92, Vasily Podkolzin. And going to be taken now, Kulak, moving it up through the center ice area to the offensive end on a little dump. Moving it around is going to be off Vachari to Dewar. trying to pass out front, not able to connect. Back into the near corner, they go down low. Moving it around to the far side, top of the zone. Chance to deflect it into the corner. Up to the top of the zone. Cannot connect it to Kulak. Moves out of the zone. And gonna be taken back by Leon Draisaitl into the offensive end of the far side. Shot! Gonna go wide of the net, over to the near side. Top of the zone, down low again. There's a nice shot by Mangiapane, but not able to make the net. Over to the near side, still tied up in that corner down low. And trying to move that puck around. Over to the top of the zone. Over to that far side. Back in behind the net again. Connor Clifton getting involved. Now Blake Lizotte going to take that puck. Over to the far side. Clifton. Moving it to the near side. Kulak. Kulak up on into the offensive end. Going to send it. Wrapping around the near side. Trying to race that puck out. Bodies collide into the corner. And going to be still tied up into that corner, into the area behind the net. To the far side, the puck goes loose. Going to be taken up now. Here comes the Oilers through center ice into the offensive end. A chance, a shot, and nice glove by Artie Boy. Okay. So we shall see. We will see. So we are ready to roll here. So over to the far side, down low, Jack St. Ivany trying to clear it out of the zone. Going to be maintained, but still now going to get cleared out. Here comes your chance on a breakaway. Anthony Mantha for the trick. He shoots, it is denied by Jari. Over to the near side, moving it out. That's going to be off of the near side again. Chance, shot, not able to connect. And Artie able to get a freeze on that puck. A nice play there. Okay. So again, nice chance there by Mantha, trying to go for the trick. I think, though, Mantha's going to get that trick tonight if Edmonton pulls the goalie. If Edmonton gets another goal, they probably pull the goalie, and you're talking a trick coming up. So here we go. Over to the near side. The Oilers taking it back in behind the net from Stastny. Around that top of the zone now towards the near side. Down low, shot by Stastny. Nice little blocker save there by Shilovs. Over to the near side again. Down low to the far side. Going to be taken out by Shea now. Get up to the far side along the boards. And going to be taken in the neutral zone by the Penguins. Trying to move it up. And back on into the defensive end they go. Novak to the near side. Moving it through center along that far side into the offensive end. He goes with some speed. Passing over to Chinikov. Shot! Nice denial. And a rebound shot, but the puck is going to be whistled dead. Wait, did Chinikov score? That was a goal! Chinikov got the goal! I thought that was missed! That was a Chinikov freaking goal, boys! That thing was in and out. I thought that thing was like deflected wide or something like that. But no, it went in. Let's take a look at this replay. Even Chinikov didn't realize he got the goal. Man. I don't know about that. Yeah, it did. It went under the crossbar. Wow. It went under the crossbar, off the back of the net, and shot right back out. That's a way to get a goal. Igor Chinikov, goals in 2 straight games. His 8th goal this season. We love Chinikov, boys. That is how you frickin' do a hockey game. Man. I am eating good tonight in fantasy. Chinikov now getting on the score sheet. 2.1 for him so far. Man. Oh, boy. Now, over to the far side, moving it around, running up, boys. Absolutely. The only downside is that Mantha might not get the trick now. Up to the top of the zone, Karlsson towards the near side, trying to connect with Wotherspoon, going to take it back into the neutral zone. Over to the near side, trying to dump it on into the offensive end. Here comes your chance, Crosby, wing to wing to the far side. Over now to Wotherspoon, shot, going to get redirected, taken back by the Oilers. Out of the zone they go, with some speed to the near side, kicking it up. And taking back Wotherspoon wing to wing to the far side, back across to the near. Wotherspoon taking it back into the defensive end he goes. And over to the far side, Karlsson to the near side, able to connect. That's going to be Wotherspoon sending it in behind the net to the far side. The Oilers going to be Nurse with the puck. Pittsburgh, no. 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 Did I say no? No. To the far side, Connor Dewar into the offensive end, gonna send it. Novak and St. Ivany on the assist, by the way, on that goal. Into the corner, over to the near side, back in behind the net again. Dewar to the far side, Lizotte with the puck. Like Lizotte trying to move it up. Big check there, going to be ditched out by Ty Emberson. And backing around to the near side, the Oilers gonna send it up. Moving it around, taking back down low. That's gonna be a Chari. Still tied up, but puck gonna come loose over to the far side. They move it. We got Max Games saying, let's go Oilers. Well, it's going to be a tall task for them Oilers tonight now. Back in now to the near side. Kulak going to clear it up all the way out, and it's going to be a Penguins icing. 15:30 to go in regulation here in this third period. The Penguins, man. Igor Chinikov making his impact and presence known here in Pittsburgh. I thought that went off the post. I didn't even realize that goal went into the net until they later gave it to him. Wow. I mean, again, Chinikov with a beautiful location on that shot. And a lot of speed as well, too, to have it just kick right back out. Now Clifton on the far side of the defensive end, moving it out now. Over to the near side, taking it back in the defensive end, through the neutral zone. They move it. And it's going to be Mantha across to the offensive end. Here comes a chance in front. Can't really control it to the far side. The Oilers taking it away. Up through the neutral zone they go. Moving it up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Back in over to the near side they go. Tied up in the corner. Mantha out there trying to get that puck back. And over to the far side. Puck going to be loose. Kindle along the boards trying to hit Brazeau. Maintained by the Oilers in the offensive end for now. Back in behind the net to the near side. And going to be taken to the top of the zone. Cross over to the top of the zone. Taken back by the Penguins now. Moving into the near side, trying to connect with Mantha, not able to connect. Over to the far side, Penn's going to go for a line change. Works through center, goes the Oilers to the near side, into the offensive end. Here comes your chance, top of the zone, passing across there. Again, looking for somewhere to go, going to hit Wallman over to the near side, taken back by the Penguins. From the defensive end, now here comes Novak. And into the offensive end, a shot, nice save. Over to the near side they go. Moving it around that far side boards, Jack St. Ivany. That's going to be off of now Novak, and that puck going to be loose. Novak taking it in, passing back to Malkin. Up top, over to Novak. Novak looking for some help, sending it back down to the corner, nobody home. Oilers going to move it back out, up through center, into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Over to the near side, Savoie. Over to the far side, not able to make a shot, and the Pens able to clear the zone. How about the Pittsburgh Pierogies? If we expand the Pierogi-verse. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro. So here we go, up on into the offensive end. The Pens going to send it back in behind the net of Jari. Over to the far side, they move it. Back in, shot from the corner, not going to go. The Oilers moving it back out the other way, under 13.5 to go in the third period. On into the offensive end. Let's see. Large, man, you are freaking awesome. You are freaking awesome, brother. Much love to you. Much love to you, man. You're freaking awesome. Over to the far side they go. The Penguins trying to move it up, and the Oilers take possession back. Going to be moving it around the near side. Going to be off the stick there, number 13. Going to be Matthias Janmark. Into the offensive end of the near side. Taking it down low. Frederick not going to be able to get a clean shot off, but not gloved by Shilovs either. Over to the near side they go. And moving it through center. Let's take it back. Man, no, I'm not going to say his full name. I'm not going to say the full name. Man, but here we go. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you, bro. I do appreciate you. You're freaking awesome. Well, let's see. I really don't have trees in my yard, so it's not an issue because of the ice, but the power is more the issue. I do live in a 500-house neighborhood, so it shouldn't take too long. I would hope, but if everything's covered in ice, it could take longer than you might expect. So it could be a couple days. You know, it could be a day or so without power, potentially. Hopefully not. Again, I'll be praying for you, bro. Now, I don't think the Pens are going to win this one. Oh, you're funny. You're funny, Heather. How you doing tonight, Heather? The top of the zone, working it over on the near side, sending it back down low. Here comes McDavid, wrapping around behind the net. Trying to find some help across. Loose puck going to be cleared out by the Penguins. Nice job there. But it's going to be a Penguins no icing. Did not connect to that red line, to that back line. It's Bouchard. Passing wing to wing. Up through to the near side. Bouchard going to connect on into the offensive end. They send it for the Pens to take it back. Shea with it over to the far side. And into the offensive end they go. Close game, Heather, when the Pens are on the ice. That is true. That do be true. Bigger issue for me personally is I'm supposed to fly to Orlando on Tuesday evening. Yeah, that might not be happening. That might not be. A chance in front shot. Nice job by the defense. Jack St. Ivany again making his presence known. Bro, I gotta say, Jack St. Ivany is probably one of my favorite young defensemen the Pens have. He is really making his presence known, laying it all out there. He's incredible, bro. Okay, trying to get to that puck. Back in behind the net. A bit of a tie-up. Over to the far side along the boards. Guess that might be the last of the worries. We'll see. Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be praying for you, bro, because I know these ice storms are nothing to sneeze at. We've had some ice storms before that have caused some issues up here, so I know there ain't nothing to sneeze at. Let's see. The Blues lead in 10 minutes would be depressing. It would be, but the Pens have done it before. They've blown a 10-goal lead in 10 or 5-goal lead in 10 minutes. But I don't think they do, if I'm being honest. Over to the near side, a pass across from near side over to far from Karlsson. Not able to connect, back in behind the net. Trying to get to it, top of the zone, not able to maintain the zone. And here comes a partial breakaway chance in front of the net. Over to the near side, not able to connect. A nice job there by the defense. Back in behind the net, over towards that near side. Back in behind the net to the far, Gino taking that puck away. Over to that far side. Who's in control of it? And the Oilers' chance shot gonna be denied. Goes high. Like you're walking to the airport. Oh, it's only 2.5 miles. That's not terrible, but still. Not around the near side. Gino with the puck, passing it back to the defensive end, trying to create some room. Working with it, it's gonna be Karlsson, looking for some help. Moving it along the far side, wing to the near side to Parker Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon with that puck. Trying to pass it across. You got that top line, that lucky 7 line. Crosby, Rust, Raquel. Out there, back on in behind the near side. The Oilers taking it away, moving it through center into the offensive end. They're going to send it, but they don't really have control. And that puck can be played by Artie Party over to the near side. Top of the zone, trying to connect with Bouchard with the puck down to the near side. Janmark passing in front, shot redirected, not going to go. A nice deflection by Shelovs. Up at the top of the zone they go to the near side. Bouchard going to send it down low. Back in behind the net. Crosby with a nice stick to get involved there. Tied up for that puck. Over to the near side they go. And going to be moved up towards the top of the zone. Still loose. And goes over to the far side. Going to be taken by Kulak. There goes Brett Kulak to the near side. Able to connect with Connor Clifton. Going to find somewhere to go. Going to send it to the center ice area. Let's Blake Lizotte. Wing to wing. Trying to connect with Achari. Back in behind the net it goes towards the near side. Lizotte able to get to it there. But going to be coughed up over to the Oilers. Over to the near side. Moving it up going to be Zach Hyman. Taken right back in. Lizotte in the offensive end. A chance shot goes wide left. Up to the top of the zone. Going to be sending it around now to the corner. Around back in behind the net to the near side. And the puck goes out of play. All right. Man. If you guys are enjoying the stream, though, drop a like, drop a sub. Always greatly appreciated, man. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We're trying to do it before the end of Stanley Cup Finals, so it'll be pretty sweet. Let's see. Carson Road shouldn't be an issue. And we had that. We had one that I think was very similar in 24 when the power we went without power for 5 days. That's exactly what I'm saying. Power could be out for a few days just because of how rough it is. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. The weight of ice on a 30-foot wide tree, a half-inch layer of ice, is the equivalent of 109.5 golden retrievers on that tree. That is crazy. That is crazy. Man. Let's see. We will see. Man, 9.5 good boys. Yes, sir. I mean, I still think we're pretty good. I still think the Pens are pretty solid. I personally enjoy big storms. I just think it's kind of fun and interesting. Like, honestly, bro, like, one of my dream things is to see a tornado, like, in person. You know what I mean? I love storms, winter storms, severe storms. Like, I love watching tornadoes out in the middle of a field doing damage to, you know, the dirt, but not, like, ruining any lives or anything like that. Like, it is amazing, bro. And actually, at one point, I was outside underneath a forming tornado over my head. That's a story in itself. Back in college. Tornado actually touched down about like a half a mile from campus, but I was outside underneath a forming tornado. My water spout over Lake Erie last summer. That's pretty cool, bro. That is pretty cool. Man, but over to the far side go the Oilers with that puck. And moving it around there to the near side, moving it up through center ice, up onto the offensive end behind Sheloves. To the far side, they're going to send it and clear it all the way out. But yeah, like I was out, there was a tornado warning that kind of came through, and I was watching the weather. I'm like, okay, I knew it was a high-risk day. So I tell my roommate, he was from Australia, right? And I say, hey, we got to get moving like now. If we're going to go to the rec center, which is a couple buildings away, we had to go through the quad to get to it, right? I'm like, hey, if we're going to go to the rec center, which is going to be a more formidable shelter than this dorm, we got to go now. And we went, and as soon as we set foot out of the building, the tornado warning came through. We said, screw it, we're running. We ran through the quad, swirling winds over our head, rain pouring down in sheets, thunder and lightning booming and flashing like crazy, man. And all of a sudden, we get to the shelter, and like 2 minutes later, we get the all clear. We find out later a tornado touched down like half a mile from campus. So it was over our heads forming as we were there, which is kind of crazy. Man, but over to the far side, and a big tie up there behind the net and at the net. Say a nice little freeze by Jari Brazeau ending up at the bottom of that pile. Big Hurricane Helene last year was fun until I lost my house. Oh my gosh. You lost your house and Almahad to sleep. Oh my gosh, you had to sleep in the grocery store parking lot that night. Bro, oh my gosh. But like, honestly though, like, severe weather is just like awesome. It is awesome when it's not doing any destruction. Like I love watching satellite and infrared imagery from hurricanes that are like out in the middle of Atlantic doing no damage to any life apart from the fish. Like, that is amazing to watch. Like, it is so beautiful to see a perfect hurricane out in the middle of the Atlantic. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that scratches that itch quite like that, you know? Sorry, language is rough. Oh, you're good. You're good. And it's fun for the fish. It's fun for the fish. Aren't there YouTube videos, tornado chases, and those big vans? Are you thinking Reed Timmer in the Dom 3? The Dominator 3? But like, I would love to see one like with my own eyes in person. The Oilers moving it out to the far side. The Pens kicking it back to the defensive end to the near side. They move it. It's kind of burning a little bit of time. Not being stupid with that puck either. But like, I would love to be like in person out there. A Sharknado. We call them hurricanes, fish storms. I love watching fish storms out in the middle of the open Atlantic, bro. That is awesome. Also, almost had water enter my house. Oh my gosh. If Oilers get another goal, I lose my parlay. Ooh. That was going to be Edmonton offside on that one. I presume you took an under 7.5 goals. Or is it just if the Oilers score another goal? Like, if it's just the Oilers. Pens could score another goal, too. I think they're going to want to get Mantha a hat trick, which is a tough thing. Jonah doesn't get good weather. Well, I mean, what do you expect? It's Asheville, North Carolina. I mean, it's Western North Carolina. What do you freaking expect? That's where hurricanes go to die when they enter Florida, when they enter the Panhandle. That's where hurricanes go to die when they attack in the East Coast like that. I mean, Ben's gonna get one more point or one more. I will see. We will see. I mean, they're probably going to try to feed Mantha a little bit, I would imagine. Just because he is so close to a hat trick, I'd imagine they try to give him a couple opportunities at that trick. So it would not surprise me in the slightest if the Pens get more aggressive in trying to get another goal on the board. It would not shock me at all. So we shall see. Let me go ahead and take a look at a couple things as well as we are rolling. Oh, man. We shall see. Again, taking a look at our next streams. I did release streaming schedule today, so let me go ahead and pull that up. Our next stream will be on Saturday at 1 p.m. We'll have the Buffalo Sabres at the New York Islanders. We're going to be live for the rest of this one for sure. But that is our next stream for sure that we have on the schedule. Oh, man, they even had commercials on it when the NFL season started. Those pictures were like down the road, like 10 miles. Oh, my gosh. I remember that Hurricane Helene, the Helene Relief Fund the NFL was trying to do. That's crazy. That was like your neck of the woods, man. That is crazy. But we will see. We are back here in Edmonton. We also will have a very special announcement coming tomorrow on the community tab, so make sure you guys keep note of that. It's going to be released probably somewhere around noon to 1 o'clock, I would imagine. Let's see, I was at work and I checked my phone just to see the Penguins got 3 goals in the first. Yeah, it was 3 goals in 37 seconds in the first 3 minutes. That was crazy, man. That was absolutely freaking crazy. But over to the near side, the Pens into the offensive end. Russ is going to lose possession down low. 6:18 to go. The Penguins aren't being super aggressive, but they might when that Mantha line's out there. That third line, Mantha, Kindle, Brazeau. Keep an eye when those guys are out on the ice. We'll see. Over to the near side, to the offensive end comes Bouchard, back and across, a chance, a shot, and he scores. There it is. Oh no, it's that horn. Luigi's House of Horrors is back. Oh man, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Kyan. Sorry about that, bro. I mean, the benefit to me is at least Bouchard got an assist because I have Bouchard on my fantasy team. So, I mean, at least I get a fantasy point out of it. But, bro, that's rough. That is rough. That is Matt Savoie. Gonna be assisted by Bouchard, my Bushy boy. Now wing-to-wing pass to the far side. Now, man, they can get the hat trick guilt-free. Oh, man. But I don't think Edmonton's going to be pulling a goalie anytime soon. Over to the far side, moving it around the boards, down low. Towards the near side, you got Dewar out there. You got that fourth line out there, so not the Mantha line. Working with it now, into the offensive end they go. Alarm. Oh, my gosh. No, John, that horn sucks. That horn sucks. Back over to the far side, Dewar with the puck. Gonna try and move it up through center, trying to hit a Chari. And it's going to be taken now back into the defensive end by the Pens. Just taking a little bit of time. Over to the near side, into the offensive end. It's a fruity horn. Yes, it is a fruity horn. That is what we'll call it. We'll call it the fruity horn. The fruity horn has made its appearance again. Over to the near side. That horn sound exactly. It's the fruity horn. So here we go, through center. Here come the Penguins with a chance. Kindle looking to pass back down low, trying to hit Mantha. Top of the zone, shot. Not gonna go, gonna be denied. But over to the far side, a chance in front. Kindle back and across, back over to Brazeau. Shot gonna get rejected again. Again, Mantha right in front of the net, trying to get that hat trick. Trying to get that trick. Down over to the near side, Brazeau in front, pass, top of the zone to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon over to the far side, trying to see if they can get a Mantha redirect. Over to the near side again. Over to the far side, puck gonna go loose. Gonna be taken by Spencer Stastny and cleared out of the zone. And it's gonna be into the offensive end. Here comes your chance to the far side. Leon Draisaitl trying to get there first, taken back by Brazeau. We get along the far side, up on through the neutral zone, back into the defensive end. Gonna go Ben Kindle. Over to the near side in the defensive end. The Pens going for a full change. That's going to be Ryan Shea. With that puck over to the far side on a wing-to-wing. Over to the near side to the offensive end. Going to stump it in off the stick of Chinikov. Down back in behind the net. Connecting with Bouchard. Not quite cleanly, though. And Janmark trying to clear it out, but the Pens get possession back the other way in the defensive end. 3:49 and rolling to go in the period to the near side, moving it up through the neutral zone to the offensive end behind the net of Jari, the far side. And that puck can be taken back by the Oilers. Behind the net to the near side from Hyman. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard working behind the net. Around the near side. Moving it up into the offensive end they go. A chance, a shot by Frederick, going to be denied. That was actually a high shot, but over to the near side. Still taken. Shot, going to be wide to left. That shot by Matthias Ekholm. The puck gets cleared out. The Pens going the other way. Crosby over to the near side, taking it down low. In front pass, not able to connect on a clean shot to Crosby. Top of the zone to the near side, Kulak. Kulak sending it towards the net, going to get redirected off some bodies. Kulak going to send it again to the net and going to be stopped by Jari. 2:59 to go in the third period. That is how they are going to take it to the next commercial break. Yeah, but if you guys are enjoying the stream though, man, drop a like, drop a sub. We're only 2 subs away from this next minor goal. It'll be pretty sweet if we can make some progress towards that. We are trying to hit 1,000 before the end of Stanley Cup Finals. I know it seems a while away, but it'll be here before you know it, you know. And again, another big channel announcement coming tomorrow. So keep an eye out on the community tab because I am going to release it on the community tab and the Discord server as always. Ladies and viewers, yes sir, yes sir. Much love to Allians, man. Much love to Allians here. I mean, it just amazes me how many people welcome me into their houses whenever I do these streams. Welcome me into their homes, onto their screens, you know. I'm just a guy calling hockey. I'm just a guy that, you know, calls sports as I sees them. And it's very, I can feel the love, you know what I mean, of that many people that want to welcome me into their homes as I talk sports. Like, I honestly love every single one of you. I really do. Man, one away now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love to all Ians, bro. Much love. Again, I mean, it's just, I mean, my heart goes out to every single one of Ians. It goes out to every single one of you who invite me into your home. Because I know that I'm not, you know, there's no guarantees in this business, and it's a privilege. A privilege I don't take lightly. So, much love to all Ians. Oh boy, let's take a look at a couple of other things as we are rolling here. Gone with the Penguin, yes sir. Waddle, 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 waddle. So we are back here taking a look at the hit of the game. Hit of the game going to be Connor Clifton completely completely launching Janmark into the boards. Clifton again dishing some hits on Leon Draisaitl. Connor Clifton is making his presence known. Like, Clifton is more of the defensive bully, and you got Jackson Ivany, who's more of the defensive, I'm going to block every shot I can kind of guy. So, that's the thing, is that the Penguins are really, like, these young kids coming up are really solid. Like, I am loving this team right now as they are growing, and as they're getting better. Here we go. Here come the Oilers up on into the offensive end, dumping it into the zone to the near side. Going to be frozen by... Not going to be Artie Shelovs. An Artie party. Okay. Also, the Bridgeport Islanders are going to be moving. Going to be crossing the border to Hamilton, Ontario. Interesting decision there. Very interesting decision. But here we go. Far side draw in the Oilers offensive end. Face-off going to be won by the Penguins. That's going to be off the stick of Dewar to the far side, flipping it up. Going to be taken back by the Oilers to the near side they go. Up on into the offensive end, going to dump it behind the net. Connor Clifton right there over to Kulak and over to the near side. So what you're seeing is you're seeing a little bit more line testing. You know, you see that fourth line out there as it is, but you're seeing some defensive pair testing. Because right now, we're seeing a non-standard pair. Kulak out there with Clifton. Very interesting pair. Lizotte taking it down to the net. And that puck going to go loose to the near side. And moving it around still along that near side. Going to be sent back in by Dewar. Achari sends it over to the far side. Nobody home. Clifton going to get to it. Up to the top of the zone. Sending it back down. That's going to be Lizotte. Top of the zone to Clifton. Clifton sending it towards the net. Gets redirected to the near side. Nice deflection by Jari. And that puck going to be moved out into the defensive end of the Penguins. Going to be taken by 75, Connor Clifton. Again, I like that they're testing defensive pairs now because the game is all but won. So test those pairs in a game time scenario. I'm more like Wild Dog. I have no clue what Penguin would taste like, bro. But a shot, not going to go. Deflected over to the far side. Still maintained over to the far side. Shot again, not going to make it to the net. Over to the near side. That's going to be Bouchard, and the puck gets cleared out all the way to the neutral zone. So at center ice, going to be taken back by the Oilers. Into the offensive end, they're going to go. Top of the zone, Bouchard. And that puck around, down low, looking for some help. Bouchard across ice, over to the far side. Down low, back up again towards the top of the zone. They're going to go back down low again. Over to that far side, along the boards, sending it down into the corner again, giving chase to the near side. Bouchard's shot going to be denied by Artie Party. Over to the far side, the Penguins trying to move it out of the zone. 53 seconds to go in this one. And no icing. Anthony Mantha going to get right on that puck. Going to try and wrap it around and get his hat trick, I would imagine. Or no, they're just going to... That's cool. That's respectable. That is respectable for Mantha. He's not trying to wrap it around and get that hat trick. That is respectable. The Penguins are just trying to go up and down ice, burn time with that puck. Back on into the offensive end, they're going to go, and it's going to be a Penguins icing with 32.2 to go. I could see both sides. I could see not wanting to tick off a team by running up the score on them late when you've already got the game won. But I can also see Mantha wanting to get his hat trick because he's been blanked for so long. I think it's been like 10 games or something like that he's been blanked, or 11 games that he's been blanked on the goals column. And he finally gets back on there with 2 goals tonight. I can see the one that while the stick's hot, try and get it in. But over to the far side, down low. Wrapping it around, tied up around the net. And still going to be loose over to the near side. It goes. Moving it up in front of the net. Going to go loose to the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to go. A nice save by Artie Party. 12.5 to go here in regulation in this one. And the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins are just 12 and a half seconds away from victory number 3 on this West Coast road trip. Keep in mind, the Penguins are 3-0 on this road trip so far. They beat Seattle 6-3. They beat Calgary 4-1. They're leading Edmonton 6-2. And then they got Vancouver, which hopefully, you don't want to say anything's an easy win, but it's Vancouver. We're just going to leave it at that. And over to the near side, 7 seconds to go. Still tied up in the corner. And going to be taken there by Kulak, sending it around the far side. 2-1. And this game is over. The Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins are going to win by a final score of 6-2. Shots on goal are 22 for the Penguins and 31 for the Oilers. But it is an Artie Party tonight in Edmonton. Up in the EDM, it is an Artie Party. And I say it's going to be a party on 5th Avenue out in Edmonton. So, pack your bags, boys. We're going to Edmonton. We're going to have a party on 5th Avenue. Let's go. No doubt about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big, big win. That means on this road trip, right? On this West Coast road trip, the Pens have outscored opponents 16-6. The Penguins are, granted, it is Seattle, it is Calgary, and Edmonton has been up and down. But still, 16-6? That's incredible. This weekend, everyone. Well, we'll be live tomorrow before the storm hits my neck of the woods. I'll be live on Saturday, I should say, before the storm hits my neck of the woods. Also going to be live tomorrow on a new channel we're making the announcement of tomorrow, the formal announcement. But I've talked about it a little bit tonight. You guys can go back through the stream to find when we talk about it. But yeah, we will be live on Saturday on this channel again for the the New York Islanders hosting the Buffalo Sabres. And we'll be live on Sunday for a doubleheader, 3 p.m. between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos AFC Championship game. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Vancouver Canucks at 6 p.m. Then on Monday, we got the Utah Mammoth taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And on the 28th, that being next Wednesday, we got the Colorado Avalanche at the Ottawa Senators. That is the streaming schedule for this week. But let's go Penguins, baby. The Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins with a big, big win tonight. But that being said, I do think I am going to wrap it up so that I can get myself a little bit settled. That's called a winning streak. It has happened before. It has. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, winning by that big of a margin. Like, winning streaks can be 1-0, 3-2, 2-1. The Penguins aren't winning like that. 6-3, 4-1, 6-2. It is against some teams that maybe are quote-unquote subpar. But Edmonton can be a good team when they want to be. Don't get me wrong. Don't get my words minced. They just haven't shown consistency. Then they got Vancouver, which you don't want to call a game a layup, but it is as close to a layup as you're going to get in the NHL. A rebuilding Vancouver team that's trading their assets for picks and future prospects. I would hope the Penguins go 4-0 on this road trip going into the next homestand. I would hope. So, we will see. But again, that is the final in this one. 6-2 is your final score. With that being said, I am going to wrap it up. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciated. Only one sub away from 680. Maybe we hit 680 before we go live again on this channel. So, greatly appreciated. Much love to audience, as always. And with that, keep your eyes peeled. Tomorrow, on the community tab, on the post tab, there will be a YouTube post. So if you're not in the Discord, if you're not, why aren't you? Join the Discord. It's free. Either way, even if you aren't for whatever reason, keep an eye on the post tab tomorrow. We're going to have a big announcement coming tomorrow with a link for you guys to find a new project I have been working on. So with that, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. Good night, Bisme. Good night, Onion.